Hey, Shalom Yasharallah, peace Israel. We are the Hebrew Israelites. First and foremost, we would like to give all honor, praises, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who we learned this truth from and who rule well. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, to you believers and listeners out there that came back to the faith and obedience of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and much love and respect unto you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. Yahweh is the true and powerful mighty name of the people ignorantly called God and Jehovah. Ba'ashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the true and powerful mighty name of the people ignorantly called Jesus. And the Rakakodash is the Holy Spirit. And you Israelites consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. And you have the Israelite foreigners that are like unto the speckled bird that look like the other nations because we were scattered abroad as part of our punishment, but their bloodline and lineage goes back unto Jacob. All right? Go ahead, Doc.
Shalom, hermanos, otra vez, otro sábado saliendo otra vez aquí en Babilonia, en Houston, Texas, saliendo a profetizar las buenas noticias a ustedes negros, latinos, indígenas, que son el pueblo de Israel. Y antes de empezar, le vamos a dar todo el respeto a Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, que el nombre del Padre Todopoderoso es Yahweh, ¿ok? No es Yahvé o Haya o Dios, es Yahweh, el creador de todo, el anciano de días. Bahasham es en el nombre de, y Yahweh Shai es el que le llaman ustedes Jesús o Cristo, que su nombre significa el salva o el salvador, ¿ok? Y esos son los nombres de salvación. Si no estás clamando el nombre de Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, no puedes ser salvo. Si no estás clamando en tus oraciones a Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, no te está escuchando. Son muy importantes estas cosas y tenemos que repetir y repetirlas cuantas veces sean necesarias, porque hay gente que nuestra gente son necios, man. So, ahorita estamos dispersados en toda parte del mundo. Hay hermanos en Perú, en Bolivia, hay hermanos en Panamá, en Francia, en Arabia, haciendo este mismo labor, encontrando esta verdad en sus respectivos países y ciudades. Y están saliendo a las calles haciendo esta labor de Yahweh Shai, que es nuestro rey. Que él no tarda en llegar, man. Por eso aquí estamos haciendo labor y que nos encuentra haciendo labor. You see, we're doing this work for our King, our Lord,
Yeah.
and He's on His way, and hopefully we're worthy to be found doing this when He comes back. Because there's gonna be a lot of people, like you always say, that gonna catch you with your pants down.
Yeah.
And yo, man, look, I just talked to somebody yesterday. He was like, I need to go fix my credit, and I'm like, bro, this shit's about to be blood on the streets. You should have seen his face, man. Just.
Yes,
the lights were on and nobody was home. He just looked at me. I'm like, look,
it's coming down, man. You can see, if you have eyes to see, this kingdom is coming down.
I told him, yo, man, get you an Apocrypha. And, he downloaded the app, but he never really, I guess he haven't got to it. I'm like, you got to read 2nd Ezra chapter 15 to know what I'm talking about.
15 and 16.
I told him that, 15 and 16. And he was just like, when you tell somebody some news that they don't really want to hear,
hey, man,
his face was just...
Hey,
I
man,
ain't just
really
talking, you know what I mean?
Man, when you encounter people like that, man, this is really for y'all out there.
Right.
When you try to tell people and they ain't trying to hear, man, hey, go on, man, because they ain't got it, man. They ain't got it.
If you're trying to fix your credit, it's like the Titanic going down, man.
Yeah,
it's like you're sweeping the things and mopping the floor. And this bitch is going down,
you want to go watch the band play. It's sinking, man. Come on, man. We are on the Titanic. This bitch is sinking.
We got to get on the lifeboat.
Exactly, man.
And that's what we're calling upon the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem. That's our rock, man. Our high tower, man.
Yep, that strong tower, yeah. And that's why we out here week in,
and that's why I said
out doing this, man.
That we repeat it over and over, and we'll say it over and over again as many times as required, because our people are hard-headed.
Yep.
So we got to repeat it. That's what the scriptures is, just repeating it over and over.
Exactly.
You guys sound like a broken record. Of course.
Shit, we gonna sound like a broken record till we up on the ships, Lord willing, man. Because, hey, man, like brother said, man, our people are hard-headed, man. We sit here and try to tell them, all right, quit eating pork.
When you read the book of Judges, it's like pisses you off so bad.
Or remember how Nehemiah handled them, man. They better be lucky
pulling the hair and beating them down with the sticks. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they better be lucky we ain't got that authority now, man. Because at the end of the day, this is not our kingdom, man.
Yeah.
This is not our kingdom. This is not our rest. But our kingdom, our kingdom is coming, man.
Yeah.
Our kingdom is
Hey,
coming.
it's within us.
Exactly.
It already exists, but remember, we're already thinking about it. The brothers that are reading the scriptures day and night, and we're thinking about, hey, how we're gonna do this, how is that gonna be? And we don't know everything, but we got the spirit to kind of discern, man.
To imagine it, So today we're going into how these other nations, they're going to be under our feet, man. How they're going to be our slaves, or how the transition of the kingdom is going to happen, man.
There is no co-heirs of the kingdom of heaven.
Nah, man.
Because all that was told to Israelites.
Hey, like you always say, man, if you ain't VIP, man, you can't come in, man.
No, man, exactly, man. You're not even on the roster.
Nah, man.
You're not even on the roster. You know, you come in the door, they got the clipboard.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Nah.
They got the look.
Yeah. Yeah.
For old time's sake.
Nah.
No.
You had your time, man.
Yeah. Glenn, 2,500 years, man.
You had your time on this side, hey, it's only fair. Okay, so we're gonna go jump in the scripture. We're gonna let the scriptures talk. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 2. For the Lord, and whenever it says Lord in all caps like that, it's Yahweh. It's his name.
Right.
For Yahweh, most high, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet. And that us is going into us Israelites, because that's what the Bible's written for. Like it says, Psalms 147, I want to say 147, 19 and 20. It says that, he has not dealt so with any other nations. He only gave his law, statutes, and commandments unto Jacob, who was surnamed Israel. And he said he hasn't dealt so with any other nation.
And it repeats it more than one time.
Exactly.
Amos.
Exactly. And then, like that lesson I did earlier this week, the Most High and his Son does not change. So if he only dealt with Israel,
Malachi 3 and 6. We can go we got 3 or 4 precepts on that.
But
look, we're trying to stay out.
Because I look, where is it? Here it is. That's like 7 precepts right there.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Like I say in James 1 and 7, man, there's no variableness with him, man.
It's like we're always talking about. It's like, these lessons might be a little bit long, but it's because there's so much stuff always coming. We could have gone and bring out some more, but it's just so much out there.
Yep.
But we're just trying to get the essence of it. Sometimes it feels like it's it's like you go to the buffet, it's overlapping plate, but Jake will eat that whole plate up and go get another one.
And be
so we're trying to feed the sheep, man. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get that good meal once a week. Like oh man,
that's why we come out here and do camp.
The rest of the week you get some small meals, you get going, but then the weekend you get the barbecue, whatever the big meal. Like,
that's why we do all these videos, because
we gotta sustain you through the whole week. But this is really the main course, man. This is the fine dining, man.
Yeah, well, some people like to do, go into their, their breakdowns during the week, doing their lessons, because, you can go into the breakdowns of words.
Etymology of words, exactly. Very important.
Every brother have their different measure of the spirit.
Different strong points, that's right. Okay, este es Salmos 47 y versículo 2. Porque Yahweh, el Altísimo, es temible, Rey grande sobre toda la tierra. Él someterá a los pueblos debajo de nosotros y las naciones debajo de nuestros pies. Él nos elegirá nuestras heredades, la hermosura de Jacob, al cual amo Selah. ¿Ok? Porque vamos a obtener las otras naciones debajo de nuestros pies. Eso es lo que se trata de esta lección, que las otras naciones van a estar debajo de nosotros. ¿Ok? Y eso es lo que mucha gente no puede entender, que no vamos a hacer, las otras naciones no van a estar igual que nosotros. Nosotros vamos a mandar y ellos van a hacer. Va a haber el esclavo y el que te dice qué vas a hacer. Y lo vamos a probar con todas las escrituras. Que see, a lot of people, can't swallow that. That'd be one of them horse pills you can't get. Oh, I don't know about that. That's not the kind of God that I want to serve. That kind of nonsense shit.
Yep, but it's all right there in the
It's in the scriptures.
That's right there in white, black, and red, man.
Go ahead, Al.
So this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And who then devoured us, all throughout slavery? Esau eating the so-called white man, these other heathen nations,
and
man.
that's a fact. That's history. You can't deny that.
Exactly. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries every one of them.
Every what?
Every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. And that's plain, man. There's no going around it. There's no beating around the bush on that, man.
No need no breakdown for that.
Exactly. It says what it says, man. If you can't get with it, well, shit, your ass is gonna be destroyed. Verse 17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said Yahweh. So healing comes from Yahweh. You don't need to go stand in no line and, you know, get no lethal injection, man. You know, if you get sick, Yahweh said he makes medicines out the earth. He created medicines out the earth. But ultimately, the healing comes from him, man.
That's right.
You don't need to depend on this man and his pharmaceuticals and his witchcraft.
The Fauci ouchie, man.
For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said Yahweh. Because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. And you know, nobody's seeking after the, you know, the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, except for the elect. Right. Only the elect is, you know, trying to do that which is well pleasing unto the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Everybody else, you know, living their best life, as they say, YOLO, or whatever.
And in reality, a lot of our people have lost all their belief because everything they've done to us, right? Because everything they've done to us, nothing has happened to those people, right?
But everything's for an appointed time.
Exactly. So our people don't see it. You know, they got that short-term memory. I have to spend 10 years and nothing happened.
Yep.
You have to understand, we're on the Yahweh B'Shem this time,
and
man. 1,000 years is in one day, man.
Suffering, man.
Exactly. So not until all these prophecies have to be fulfilled, okay? And some of these prophecies have taken thousands of years, even hundreds of years. And some of these prophecies are popping off right now.
But at the end of the day, that just shows that they don't know Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
Exactly. They tell you because they believe in a God that doesn't even exist in this Bible.
Nope.
That they were created by the devil himself. Right? So that's who they believe. So when you tell them the truth, they can't even accept that.
Nope.
They got the cognitive dissonance, man. The Bobby Boucher syndrome, man. Mama says, man. So, este es Jeremías, capítulo 30. Versículo 16, pero todo el que todo devorará será devorado, y todos sus enemigos irán a destierro, esclavitud. Haré que sean saqueados los que te saquearon, y los que te roben, los que serán robados. Y de a ti te los devolveré la salud. Curaré tus heridas, por más que digan tus enemigos. Sión está abandonada. Nadie se preocupará por ella. Yo, Yahweh, lo afirmo. So, ves, estas naciones quisieron hacer lo que quisieron porque el Señor nunca los castigó, pero ya va a caer el otro zapato. Él es el que nos va a curar. Él nos está curando con estas palabras, hermanos. Si tú entiendes esta verdad y estás aceptando esta verdad, es una versión de ser salvo. Just accepting this truth. And knowing this truth is a form of being saved, man.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, in this society, it's all of the left-hand side. So when you start getting into this, you're like, damn, man, what the hell? You know, you can't see because you're in the mix. You're part of it. But when you start stepping back, start looking back, and it's like, the hell?
Exactly.
That's madness, man.
Exactly.
But you can't see it because you're a part of it.
Exactly. Your eyes are still, you know, shut somewhat.
It's like, you know, your whole life is a little fishbowl, and you get out that fishbowl
into the ocean.
Yeah, and it's just like, what?
This is what I've been missing my whole life.
I mean, you know what I mean? So it's a little fabrication of what we're really supposed to be.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. And you know, that goes into pretty much your spiritual ears, man, because you know, we all have ears, but don't everybody have the spirit to hear the things,
to discern,
to understand what is being read, or you know, what's written in this book. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and that's plain. But you know, just to, you know, put salt on the wound, who led us into captivity? Who put us on them slave ships?
It wasn't me.
Who sold us to these people? Who built the ships?
Who financed it? Who bankrolled everything? They're all part of it.
They all in cahoots, man.
Because guess what? If you might not rob the bank, but you drive the getaway,
You're an accessory.
you're an accessory, man. We all know about that. You know, Jake knows about. Oh, you know, that's 2 to 5 years.
I'm good.
They're all accessories, right? Whether they even stole us or not, sold us or not, but they're part of the system.
Exactly.
Right? You can't get out of it. So go ahead.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience in the faith of the saints. And the saints are Israelites, but mainly the elect of the elect of Israel.
And what does that sound like? You reap like what you sow.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, is that hard? If you plant tomatoes, you can expect tomatoes.
Exactly.
If you plant pears, you're gonna get pears. If you plant murder, thievery, slavery, then what are you gonna get? Slavery, death, and all this. I mean, it's a boomerang effect. It's a reap what you sow. That's not a hard concept. You know, there's all these religions that promote that. But because it's coming from the Bible and it's nobody wants to reap what they sow, now that, it was a need. I mean, my family, we didn't have no slaves.
No, it's not
but we're
because
dealing
it's
with
from the Bible. It's because it's blacks and so-called blacks and Latinos that's pushing out this message and saying that, you know, Esau, Edom, we gonna get our lick back. But they like, oh no, y'all can't say that. But we reading out the book,
which they don't do.
Exactly.
For the most part,
they'll sit there and hold it, and you know,
they'll hold it all day long. They won't open it.
Hell no, because
it definitely won't be marked up.
No,
for sure. You know they won't.
No, hell no. Go ahead.
Este es Apocalipsis capítulo 13, versículo 9. Si alguno tiene oído, que oiga. So, toda la gente tiene oídos. No está hablando de físico oído, está hablando de si puedes tener este entendimiento de las Santas Escrituras, que oigas. Si alguno tiene oídos, que oiga. Si alguno lleva una cautividad, va en cautividad. Si alguno mata con la espada, saber ser muerto. Así es la paciencia de los santos. Y los santos son los israelitas, man. Claro, no tenemos que quebrar eso, man. Tú pones a alguien en esclavitud, tú vas a ir en esclavitud. Tú matas a alguien te va a matar. ¿Qué no es el dicho? Vives por la pistola, morirás por la pistola. Es lo mismo que está diciendo, man. Si tú plantas tomates, ¿qué crees que van a salir? Tomates, man. Si tú plantas peras, ¿qué crees que van a salir? Peras. Esta gente plantó muerte y esclavitud, y eso es lo que van a obtener. No porque nosotros lo estamos diciendo, porque ya está escrito. See, this has already been written, so people get emotional when they get, they have nothing to do with it. No, you're going, all of you had everything to do with all nations.
Yep.
Because this is not even just on Esau. We're not banging just on Esau. This is on all the nations outside the nation of Israel.
Yep.
That's what we're saying. See, this is not a color thing. This is not an emotional thing. This is not what the brother thing. This is what the scriptures say.
Exactly.
And that's why we can bring this for an hour or two out and all the truth. And there's nothing you can say about it. Unless you can say, well, I don't agree with that. Or guess what? I don't even believe in the Bible. Now I'm going to the Quran now or whatever.
Shit, get your ass
exactly.
On,
go ahead,
This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. And you know this is part of the law, technically. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hands, he shall surely be put to death. And you know, hey, that's what's gonna happen to these people that took us, man. They stole us. You know, they sold us, but we're still in these people's hands. So when Yahweh Shai come back, he's putting some to death, and some of them they're gonna be put in chains, man. They're gonna be our slaves in the kingdom, because you know they got to build up. Yeah. They got to build up our kingdom, man. Because we're not gonna get our hands dirty.
Nah, we built all these kingdoms up, man.
Exactly.
We're gonna be sipping on the iced tea, man.
Yeah.
On the poach. You know what I'm talking about?
Drinking that Yahweh Shai wine.
Yeah, man. Este es Éxodo 21 y 16. Él secuestra a una persona o el que esclaviza a otra persona. Ya sea que la haya vendido o aún la tenga en su poder, será condenado a muerte. Ese es el juicio en la ley, en los 5 siglos de Moisés, que todavía no se ha acabado. See, a lot of people think that these laws are done away with, man.
Nah,
that's madness, man. It tells you in Matthew 5:17, don't even put that in your head, man.
Yep.
Yeah, don't even think that shit. That's nonsense.
Yep. He said, "Until one jot and one tittle, till heaven and earth,
till heaven and earth pass."
And and my understanding, we're still standing here on earth. Heaven is still above. So it's still in effect.
That's not even that hard to just break down, man.
Exactly.
Just look up. Oh yeah. Oh, well, I guess we still
Look
gotta
up
do
and
it.
look down.
No,
Exactly.
that's not what that means. Right?
Now, we're not going to be saved by keeping the law,
Right,
but
right,
we're to keep the law to the best of our ability because, believe it or not, that's part of the works.
Part of it. That's the
part
works.
of the works because faith without works is dead.
You see, a lot of people think you gotta help an old lady across the street
man.
and help her with the groceries. That's not part of the law. We're talking about the works of the law, man.
Yep.
Not none of that crazy stuff that they'll tell you like. I'm giving blood, the blood bank, and I help out the soup kitchens and shit.
And
all kinds of nonsense like that, man. The Christians love to. They take pictures with it, put them in the Christmas cards.
Put them in the Christmas cards,
all kinds of stuff.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look
sure.
what I did.
Yeah,
man,
exactly.
Fuck all that shit, man.
Exactly, man.
If
If
you're not following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, and if you're not on the highways and hedges, because that's a commandment too.
That's right.
If you're not, trying to feed the sheep, because that's a commandment too, then what the hell you doing? You born in vain, man.
Let the multitude die.
Exactly. This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Who's that sound like?
Right?
Because, they shoot us down the street all the time, but, the cops get off. Not guilty. Or, they got to pay a fine or, they get suspended. But they still get with pay. I was going to say that.
Hey, look, you want to go on vacation? Go kill a spigot nigga, man. You good to go, man.
Exactly. And they say, Salakia, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. And who are our shepherds? Well, it'll be these pastors that's in the church because they're supposed to be our shepherds, but they done sold out to Esau, and they leading us astray.
Right.
And they feel no pity because in the end of the day, they rich. They living good.
They're
Off of y'all motherfuckers, man. And then you got even false leaders in Israel, man. That know they're Israelites and they took the bag.
Oh yeah.
And they sold out. Hey, but that's prophecy.
That's always been a prophecy with the Israel. They're always selling out, man.
Exactly.
That's nothing new now. This happened in the Greek times, Roman times.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, continuing on, verse 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, said Yahweh. But lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. Okay?
That's right.
Hey man, call all y'all about Shemel Shah, man, because this is like I say all the time, man, this is fair, man. This is
just. That's a just God, man.
That's the just power that we serve, man.
He's not unequally yoked or what do you call unbalanced?
Yeah, because a false balance.
False balance is an abomination. Sorry,
exactly.
yeah.
So this is him being balanced, man. Yeah. This is our punishment. But on the other side of the coin, we're gonna receive the blessings. We're gonna do what they did to us, man. And it's only fair, man. I don't care how you feel about it, man. Hey,
you
man.
go around slapping people, eventually somebody's gonna slap you.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Get your panties out the bunch.
That's it, man.
And get your nuts out your ass, man. Go ahead, dog.
Zacarías capítulo 11, versículo 5. A los cuales matan sus compatriotas y no se tienen por culpable. Está hablando de estos policías que nos matan. Así lo encontré, lleno de balas y quién sabe qué, ¿sí? Y el que las vende dice, bendito sea Yahweh, porque he enriquecido, ni sus pastores tienen piedad de ellos, porque nuestros liderazgos, la gente que está ahí para representarnos, se han vendido, todos se vendieron, man. Todos se han vendido y realmente no nos representan, ellos se representan a ellos mismos. Por eso son ricos, man, ¿sí? Versículo 6. Por tanto, no tendré ya más piedad de los moradores de la tierra, dice Yahweh, porque he aquí, yo entregaré los hombres cada cual en mano de su compañero y en mano de su rey, y lo asolará la tierra, que destruirá la tierra, y yo no los libraré de su mano. So ahora va a haber el otro lado de la moneda, hermanos. La gente que ha sido oprimida, ahora ellos van a oprimir. O sea, eso ya está escrito, hermanos. It's been written, so it's got to happen, you know?
Yep.
A lot of people can't even understand that. oh, I don't know, what about if they repent? Like they're always they're not even asking about the Chinese. You know who they're always asking about, you know?
Yep.
They never ask about the Arabs. The number one people they're asking about the Edomites, so-called masters. And it's always Eve, right? Trying to protect the slave master.
Eve or bald head, booty face ass Jake, man. God damn, boy, our people gone, man.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife was at the store earlier, and we just sitting there looking at our people like, man, y'all motherfuckers through, man. Everybody got this confused look on their face. Like they, you know, they don't know what the hell going on. Like they don't know that this place is through, man. This place is through.
I'm telling you, that look, it's funny that you said that, because that guy had that look. He's trying to go fix his credit. I'm like, dude, this bitch is about to go with blood on the streets, man. What the hell are you talking about?
Y'all, hey, man, I don't even feel sorry for y'all no more, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I used to feel sorry for our people.
Yeah,
man.
when you first come into the truth, but not now.
But now, like as you grow in the truth, and you know, you understand, you know, somebody's got to be the 2/3. You understand that, you know, it's prophecy that somebody got to be 2/3. You know, it's just and then you know, you understand judgment now. Or you just sit back and look at our people, and you be like, man, y'all some dumb motherfuckers, man. Hey, boy, to say in Jeremiah 4:22, man, saw his children, man, stupid, man.
But those are the same people in the wilderness that are here back again. So, you know,
the same people
that's
in the wilderness,
lot.
and the same people that delivered up our shot.
That's right. That's right.
So, hey,
they're getting what they deserve. Believe you me, it's not for no accident.
Nope.
Because Yahweh's just, man.
Yep. Con. So going back to Psalms, the 47th chapter, I'm gonna start at verse 5. The Most High is gone up with a shout, Yahweh with the sound of a trumpet. Sing praises to the Most High. Sing praises unto our King. Sing praises. For Yahweh is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding. The Most High reigneth over the heathen. The Most High sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. The princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the Most High of Abraham. For the shields of the earth belong unto the Most High. He is greatly exalted. Hey, man, and that's another thing that's plain, man.
And he's over the nation, so
exactly.
he determines what's going to happen to everybody, including us.
Yep. What it's saying, I want to say in Daniel, man, he pretty much set it up kings, or he brings them down.
Yeah. The decree of the watchman. That's right. That he's the one that rules in the kingdom of men.
Yes, exactly. He set up kings. He brings them down.
And guess what? The earth is going to be under new management pretty soon, man.
And it's going to be over the one that is profitable, man. Because we under poor management right now, man. We was telling my oldest son earlier, hey, man, you know, look at everything Esau doing to the earth, man. He killing the sea life,
dolphins, the fish,
the trees. We was telling them the trees are crying out right now.
That's why there's a list of what do they call it? Animals that are extinct, right? They're about that wasn't
or
here.
Endangered species.
Yeah, that wasn't here when the natives were. You know how many species have been that don't even exist because of Esau?
A lot, because he always, you know, cutting down trees to build these houses or buildings or whatever, and then
hunts them just to hunt them.
Yep,
it's a sport.
And be mad when you know, a deer comes in the way of their car. Well, shit, you shouldn't have, destroyed his home.
It's habitat. That's right. Este es Salmos capítulo 47 versículo 5. Subió Dios con júbilo, Yahweh con sonido de trompeta. Cantad a Dios, cantad a nuestro Rey, cantad, porque Dios es el Rey de toda la tierra. Cantad con inteligencia. Reino Dios sobre las naciones, se sentó Dios sobre su santo trono. Los príncipes de los pueblos se reúnen como pueblo de Dios, de Abraham, porque de Dios son los escudos de la tierra, y Él es muy exaltado. So, Él es el que reina de todos los pueblos, de todas las naciones, hermanos. So, Él va a determinar qué va a pasar, quién va a reinar y quién no va a reinar. ¿Quién va a estar arriba, quién va a estar abajo? So, esto ya está declarado. No nada que nosotros hicimos. Because he's going to declare who's on top and who's going to be on the bottom.
Yep.
And the people on the top are about to be on the bottom here shortly, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, Al.
So this is the book of still in the book of Psalms. Just going to the 2nd chapter, verse 8 and 9. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance,
What?
and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And that, and, you know, in the spirit, that when we come out here, you know, on the highways and byways, that's what we're asking in the spirit, because we're crying, we're sighing and crying for the abominations done in the land. Okay. Verse 9, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And that's going to when we destroy these niggas, man. Under the power of Yahweh Shai.
What do people be
Michael
doing?
and Michael and the
No, I see this is the
exactly.
Bible. Yeah, it's the Bible.
We're gonna be doing this under Yahweh
Yeah,
Shai,
man.
Michael, and the rest of the heavenly angels, man.
Yeah, remember, Joel tells you we're gonna make a business of selling these niggas, man.
Yep.
We're gonna be in the slave trade business, man.
Yep, but we're gonna show y'all niggas how it's done.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Cause you know, hey,
Yeah,
we the
yeah.
salt of the earth, man. We know how, hey, man.
Yeah, we know how to sell. We know how to buy. You best believe it. That meeting might look sad, man. You better throw a Shemite in there or whatever, you know. It ain't going down like that.
Nah, hell no, man. We gonna separate that. We gonna.
Oh,
Y'all-
yeah.
y'all-
The whole
y'all-
family's gonna get separated. Oh, yeah.
Y'all thought y'all separated.
Nah.
No, hey, man, look. Lord willing, we part of that number, man. Cause like, man, I done had it up to here with Esau and his shit, man. I'd be get tired of looking at these motherfuckers with these proud ass looks on their face.
All the time, man. And you know what they're thinking, too, man.
Just want to fucking punch you in your
The
fucking
scriptures
face,
tell you
man.
know what they're thinking.
Mhm.
So we know exactly what they're thinking, man. Salmos capítulo 2, versículo 8. Pídeme y te daré por herencia las naciones y como posesión tuya los confines de la tierra. So estas naciones son nuestra posesión, nuestra herencia, hermanos. Los quebrarán con vara de hierro, como vasija de alfarero, los desmenuzarás. So vamos a destruir esta gente, man, como barro, man. Que si agarras un barro y lo dejas caer, se va a estallar en piezas. Así vamos a estallar estas naciones en piezas, man. Eso ya está declarado, es nuestra herencia. You know, that's our inheritance. We can do whatever we want with our inheritance.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
We got what do people invest it, squander it? Well, that's ours.
We want to let it go to waste.
Yup.
We can do whatever the hell we want, man.
That's right.
Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And the vain thing they imagine is that, you know, their legacy, their enterprise is going to go on forever, man.
Right.
But it's not going to happen, man.
And the most vain thing is, I think they're just going to walk in the kingdom of heaven.
Exactly.
That is some vain ass shit. They just put us in slavery.
And
And
they
never paid us, never paid us, never gave the land back, and now they're like, woo, in the kingdom, you know, I'm gonna enjoy myself.
You ain't
I'm
gonna-
just looking at them like, these niggas have no idea what I'm about to crack that whip, man.
You going to enjoy working for us, goddamn.
And that's why do the heathens, you know, imagine a
Exactly.
vain thing, man? That's vain, that's vanity, man.
That-
and they're including themselves within the elect.
And that's very empty ass thoughts too, man. Empty, man.
I tell you, they're not even on the roster.
Nah.
That's the sad part.
Yeah,
Like, they're
running around.
imagining-
No. They on the roster. They're
Yeah, oh
slavery
yeah,
roster.
yeah. Oh yeah. They're cargo. Remember, they're on the manifest. You know,
Yeah,
manifest.
manifest. Yeah.
You know, the airway bill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, man, boy,
Woo.
payback is gonna be a motherfucker, man.
It's gonna be sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yes, go ahead, Doc.
Este es a Salmos capítulo 2, versículo 1. Porque se amotinan la gente y los pueblos piensan cosas vanas. ¿Por qué esta gente piensa cosas vanas? Que ellos van a ser parte del reino, que ellos van a reinar. Es más, son pendejadas, man. Nada de eso es prometido a ellos. Pero estos cuentos de hadas, el diablo se lo ha torcido y se lo han creído, man. Ellos creen que mataron y genocidio de esta gente, se robaron esta tierra y ahora de repente van a entrar al reino como nada, man. Eso es vano, man. Están locos, man. That's vain.
Crazy the mother.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Like,
man.
they know they're guilty as hell.
Yeah.
Guilty as hell.
But hey, why are Earth and Ashes proud, man?
There you go.
They proud as hell, man.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they know they're guilty, they like, oh well, fuck it.
They're pumped, right?
Yeah.
Right, they're pumped. Go ahead.
Hey, but, man, Revelation chapter 2, Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. I'm going to read 27 too, because it goes into what we read in the Psalms. And this is red letters. This is Yahweh speaking, who you even call Jesus. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. Okay? So pretty much it's going to enduring unto the end. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. That's exactly what we just read.
Does that sound familiar?
That's exactly what we just read in the Psalms, man.
See, a lot of people don't know that everything that's in the New Testament is
in the Old Testament. That's why
I laugh. Well, that's the Old Testament. We're going to the New. Oh, no problem.
And a lot of times they always say, like the prophet Elias said, you look up
there. Joel. Yeah. Oh, before you even say it, these guys like just read right through it.
Exactly.
Never understood it.
Yep. And that's why you got to go back in the Old Testament to find that account. You be like, it does say that. Like we always going to, man. Like the elders and apostles and the men and all the sincere brethren say, you can't have the old without the new. You can't have the new without the old. They go hand in hand.
And look, this is all the archives, the records of the children of Israel. It has nothing to do with nobody else. So if you're including or you're reading this, that's a vain thing. Including yourself in somebody else's property, in somebody else's letters that they're never addressed to you.
That sounds like identity theft to me, man.
Hey, look.
Hey, is it a felony to go open somebody's mail?
Hey, I was going to say that. Just here in Babylon, opening somebody else's mail is a federal offense. How much more the Heavenly Father that you're having the records, the archives of our people, of the Israelites. And you're in possession of them? You're in possession of stolen documents.
That's transgression, man. That's transgression.
So
I went to that word earlier this week, and it went to it was a crime, a felony, a misdemeanor. Yeah, that's why it's important to look up these words, man, because like they used to tell me when I was a child, man, knowledge is power, man. The more you know. The more you know.
What did G.I. Joe? And knowing is half the battle.
Exactly. It really is, man. It really is. Now, the second half of the battle is just enduring,
That's right. Enduring, that's right. To the end, it tells you that, too. But we can discern that, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Go ahead.
This is Apocalipsis capítulo 2. And see, this is where we're in good mood, man. You see brothers out here, struggling, but we with a smile and shit. Because we know what's coming down. What's coming down the pipeline. So,
then really,
we still got these curses upon us, but you still got to smile, man. You endure. You're still in the game, man.
But like you just said, even though brothers are struggling or going through hard times, we have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, because the scriptures tell us that He's going to take care of us, and we believe that. We believe that. Go ahead, Doc.
Este es Apocalipsis capítulo 2, versículo 26. Al que vencerá y guardará mis obras hasta el fin. ¿Ok? No hay nadie salvo todavía hasta el fin. Cuando Él venga. ¿Ok? Porque mucha gente dice, ya me bautizaron, ya estoy salvo. No. Yo les daré autoridad sobre las naciones y las regirá con vara de hierro, y serán quebradas como vaso de alfarero, como yo también le ha recibido de mi Padre. So ya leímos esto en el libro de Salmos. Son los mismos que ha dicho el libro de Salmos en lo que está en el Nuevo Testamento. No hay nada cambiado, es lo mismo. So mucha gente piensa, no, ese Viejo Testamento ya pasó, ya. No, es lo mismo. Está diciendo las mismas cosas o los mismos eventos en quizás diferentes palabras. O no te dicen todo, nomás te dan. You see, that's the other thing. They don't read the whole account. They'll just reiterate a little bit.
No,
because you know what I mean? Because everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows the law. So the people who's reading this are Israelites, so they gotta know this. So we have people that are not Israelites that read this. Wow, they imagine of anything. You're in the records of the children of Israel. You're imagining of anything that you're included.
You outside your league.
Calling yourself a Christian, but you're not a Jew. And you're a Christian, but you ain't a nigga. Come on, man. They were called nigga in Antioch, man. There's people out here culturally appropriating somebody else's ethnic slurs, man. You believe that shit?
Hey.
They're out there being Christians, but they ain't niggas, man. This shit is just... I mean, man, I don't even know what to say.
Hey, like when I first came into the truth and I started reading the scriptures, man, I was sitting there reading.
Yeah, you got
like,
outside of it.
I'm sitting there like, I'm like, is this the Bible?
Yeah,
because when you
they
go
never
into
read it like that. You know what I mean?
Because you look at their characteristics and their traits, and I'll be like, bro, these is niggas. Like straight up, I'm like, bro, these is niggas, man.
Yeah.
Like especially in Genesis, like when I was reading about how Judah and his brothers went rode on that Hamite
for raping
their sister.
Simeon. Oh yeah, because he said, hey, look, we'll accept you, but you always got to get circumcised. And they circumcised all the dudes, and they. Yo, bro, man, they couldn't even lift up the sword. They couldn't, like, you imagine that shit? Slaughtered all of them.
I'm like, that's
for Dinah. Yeah. And where's the tribe of Dinah? I don't think so.
Bro, I'm sitting there reading it, and I'm like, bro, these are some niggas, man. Like, I'm like, that's when it, like, that's when it sealed it for me. I said, bro, I gotta be part of these people, man. They have to say, like, because, hey, man, there's no new thing under the sun. We still act that same way to this day, man.
For sure, man. For sure.
Come on, man. You can't make this up. This is Psalm chapter 83. Let me start up at 2. I know it's going to be 3. I'm going to start up at 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. You know, that's pretty much being in pride. Okay? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, which are the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And, like the brother said, what was done to us is going to be done to them. We're going to cut Edom off.
And we just read that in the book of Zechariah.
Yeah. We're gonna cut Edom off from being a nation, man.
That's right.
And like literally, we're gonna cut them off. After them 1,000 years, we'll have one big ass bonfire, man. One big ass.
Business is good.
Exactly, man. Call halal Yahweh Shem. Go ahead, dog.
Oh, you finished up?
Yeah, I just read 2, 3, and 4. Let me go ahead and read 5. For they have consulted
together.
Read
all the way to 8.
Go
read all the way to 8.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. And this is pretty much going into NATO and the EU, man. All right. Verse 6. The tabernacles, or the houses of Edom, which is so-called white man, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs,
that's right,
of Moab, the Chinese, the Hagarenes, which is some Hamites,
that's right,
Gabal, some more Hamites, right, Ammon, the Japanese, and Amalek.
Can't forget Amalek.
Yeah, Amalek is the so-called small hat people, the 1948ers.
That's right.
The people that's disguising themselves as us, man.
Converts, man.
Exactly. The Philistines, which is the Hamites, with the inhabitants of Tyre, more Hamites. Ashur's also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah.
That's it. And that's all the people that are conspiring to this day.
Yep. Like I said, they're the United Nations.
And there's nothing new under the sun.
That's why they have all them summits, and you don't see not now nigga, not now Hispanic up in there, man.
And what is the summit? The very top of the mountain. The elite, the 1%. When we go to the dollar bill, what is it? The eye, the all-seeing eye. That's the summit, see? The Illuminati, these people that run the whole world, the 1%ers, man.
Yep.
So este Salmos 83:2, porque he aquí que rugen tus enemigos y los que te aborrecen alzan cabeza contra tu pueblo, han consultado astuto y secretamente y han entrado con consejo contra tus protegidos, son los israelitas, han dicho, venid y destruyámoslos para que no sean una nación y no haya más memoria del nombre de Israel. So, estas son esas naciones en las Naciones Unidas que se están asemblando y haciendo esto contra nosotros, porque se confubalan de corazón a una contra ti, han hecho alianza las tiendas o la casa de los edomitas, son los autoproclamados hombre blanco, y de los ismaelitas, son los árabes, moabitas, los chinos, los agarenos, africanos, Gebal, más africanos, Amen, los japoneses, y Amalek, los autoproclamados judíos, los del gorrito, ¿sí? Los filisteos, más africanos, y los habitantes de Tiro, más africanos, También el asirio, ¿qué? Y ha juntado con ellos. Sirven de brazo a los hijos de Lot, Selha. So, ahí están todas estas naciones que se hicieron como una pandilla, hicieron tratos y hicieron condiciones para ir contra la nación de Israel. Y han pasado leyes, y son parte de la esclavitud que ellos los movieron y vendieron a toda parte. All these nations took part of slavery.
Yep.
That's why they all got to go down.
What we said earlier, man. They accessories to the crime, man.
That's right.
They're accessory to the crime. So, hey, you took part of it.
You do the crime, you got to do the time, man.
Exactly. You took part of it. You're gonna take part of in your destruction too.
That's right.
Man.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 14. We can do this one 5 and 5.
Okay.
It's 11 to 20. Okay. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, means being brought hella low. In the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And that's pretty much going into Esau, Edom, okay? Lucifer is not the name of the devil, like people like to believe.
Well, it's gonna prove it in this verse account,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really talking about the Illuminati, the
light
1%,
bearers,
the light bearers, right? They'll tell you that they're illuminated,
Yep.
but they're over the left-hand side, so it's not actually talking about Satan
himself,
the actual spirit Satan,
well,
and then it's gonna tell you.
His physical
Yeah,
counterpart.
this is the flesh Satan, and it tells you that. It's gonna go into that because a lot of people can't break this down properly.
Exactly. Okay, verse 12 again, start from the top.
Mm-hmm.
How art thou fallen from heaven? Heaven goes into rulership. O Lucifer, son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. And that's their thought process. They think that they're going to ascend to heaven. That's why, on a fleshly level, they're trying to go in the outer space.
All the billionaires right now, all of them. Amazon, what is it?
Jeff Bezos, Tesla guy.
Yep.
But then on the spiritual level, they're trying to be God. That's why they're trying to implement the MOTB, because they want to control. They want to have total control over the masses, just like how the Heavenly Father has control over everything. Okay, continuing on. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend up to heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. See, they want to be above the Heavenly Father,
right? Which
is vain. Like we read, why did the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? Okay. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. Mm-hmm. I will be like the Most High. And I just broke that down. Mm-hmm. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Hell is conditioned here on earth. They're going to be brought down low, like how we're in hell right now.
That's right.
So they're going to be brought down low. They're going to be in captivity.
The conditions to be dire.
Exactly. To the sides of the pit. Go ahead. I read 11 to 15. Okay.
Este es Isaías capítulo 14, versículo 11. Aquí vinieron a parar tu orgullo y tu música de citaras. Tu cama es podredumbre, tus mantas son gusanos. So, aquí te está describiendo de Esuedón, pero aquí es donde mucha gente pierde la traducción. Mira lo que dice. ¿Cómo caíste del cielo, oh Lucifer, del amanecer? So, mucha gente dice, pues es Satanás ahí. No es. Estamos hablando de el 1% del mundo que domina el mundo, los que le llaman el Illuminati. ¿Okay? Ellos vienen la luz, son de la mano izquierda. Están hablando de esa gente, ¿sí? Fuiste derribado por el suelo, tú que venías a las naciones, pensabas para tú adentro, voy a subir hasta el cielo, voy a poner mi trono sobre las estrellas. ¿Y quién te dijo que fue a la luna en 1969? Este autoproclamado hombre blanco. Pero no fueron a la luna porque no lo pueden hacer. El Señor no lo ha declarado. Eso te lo dice la Biblia. Voy a subir al cielo, voy a poner mi trono sobre las estrellas de Dios, voy a sentarme allá, lejos, en el norte, en el monte donde Dios se reúne. Subiré más allá de las nubes más altas. Seré como el Altísimo, porque él cree que es como Dios, man. Pero es un hombre nomás. Pero en realidad has bajado el reino de la muerte a lo más hondo del abismo. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? And who's the man right now, who's in rulership right now, that's shaking up these kingdoms? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the Illuminati, and it's only Edomites that's in the Illuminati. Well, you got other nations too, but who?
They're the ringleader. They manipulate everything. They're in control of everything. You can work for them, but they're at the top.
Exactly.
Rothschilds,
Oppenheimers, and
all those people are all Edomites.
Yep.
Okay.
Verse 17, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of the prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And just reading that, just made me think. Esau is the only one who don't care about his own people.
Oh yeah, because all of the people they'll fight for their people. They'll do. Esau don't give two shits about their own people. They'll throw them under the bus. They pollute the water, the air. They don't care.
Yep.
They don't care.
As long as their agenda goes how they want it to go. Hey.
And they never even give any riches to their people, man. Yep. They just give them white privilege, and and that's being pulled away now.
Yep.
So they're hurting, man.
Yep. Go ahead, Doc.
Este es Isaías capítulo 14, versículo 17. ¿Qué dejó el mundo hecho en desierto? Oh, perdón. Los que te ven se quedan mirándote y fijando su atención en ti. Dicen, ¿este es el hombre que hacía temblar la tierra? So, cuando empiezas a leer o escuchas de Lucifer, están hablando de un hombre, hermanos, los Illuminatis, ¿ok? Porque te está diciendo, este es el hombre que hacía temblar la tierra, que él conquistaba todo. Acuérdate, desde Alejandro Magno, que destruyó naciones, que dejó el mundo hecho un desierto, porque él ha destruido todo el ambiente, man. Los árboles, los animales, los peces. He contaminado todo, hermanos. Que arrasabas las ciudades y no dejabas libres a los presos, porque él mataba a todos, man. Todos los reyes de las naciones descansan con honor, cada uno en su tumba. A ti, en cambio, te arrojan lejos de los sepulcros, como basura repugente, como cadáver pisoteado entre gente asesinada, degollada, arrojada al abismo lleno de piedras. No te enterrarán como a los otros reyes. That's cold-blooded, man, because he's talking about the other kings. Yeah, the other kings got a sepulcher. You niggas are going to be out there like dung, man.
Yep.
Shit, they're going to be stomped upon.
Yep.
That's heavy, man.
Hey, but it's got to happen.
Yeah, for sure, man.
This is Job chapter 27, verse 14. If his children be multiplied, and it's talking about the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Hey, that's plain, man. That's plain.
Este es Job, capítulo 27, versículo 14. Sus hijos fueran multiplicados, serán para la espada. Nosotros estamos hablando de los impíos, los malditos, los autoproclamados hombre blanco. Si sus hijos fueran multiplicados, serán para la espada, y sus pequeñas no se saciarán de pan. So ahí está, hermanos. Ellos ya se les acabó su tiempo, man. Su tiempo de reinar está llegando a su fin. Y si están aquí, ¿están para qué? La espada, man. That's crazy, man. That you're just born just to die, man.
Yep.
Be slain.
Hey, Born in vain, man.
That's right. Go ahead.
All right, so this is Numbers chapter 24, verse 17. Come on, the water. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. Okay, so hey, this is the Old Testament prophesying about Yahweh Shai, who people ignorantly call Jesus. He's talked about in the Old Testament a lot. Okay, and this is one of those when he said Moses wrote
That's right. That's right.
Because this is one of the books of Moses. Verse 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Hey man, didn't he say that he warred with Amalek from generation to generation?
Yep. So we had to fight them.
Yep.
They didn't want us to go through their land, man.
Yep. And this is gonna be the final fight, man, and they're gonna lose.
Oh yeah. Hard.
Yep. Even though they know they're gonna lose, but they be like, hey, might as well go down swinging.
He's gonna put the spirit on
just like how he did with Pharaoh. He hardened his heart, so he's gonna do the same thing. Hey, no new thing under the sun, man.
That's right. They're the new pharaohs right now too.
Exactly.
Estos números, capítulo 24, versículo 17. Lo veré, mas no ahora. Lo miraré, mas no de cerca. Saldrá una estrella de Jacob. Se levantará el cetro de Israel. Está hablando del Mesías, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Este es de Moisés. Y herirá las sienes de Moab, los chinos, y destruirá a todos los hijos de Set. Será tomado Edom, el autoproclamado hombre blanco. Será también tomado Seir por sus enemigos, que es allá Jordán, donde habitaban ellos. Y Israel se portará varonilmente, o sea, valiente. De Jacob saldrá el dominador y destruirá lo que quedará de la ciudad. Y viendo a Amalek, que son los autoproclamados judíos hoy en día, que son falsos, tomó su parábola y dijo, Amalek, cabeza de las naciones, mas al fin perecerán para siempre. Esto ya está declarado, ya está escrito y va a pasar. This has already been written, it's going to happen. These people are out of here, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 7. The lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. And that word Gentiles right there should be the heathen.
That's right.
That was one of Esau's crafty counsels. Well, we gonna sneak this word in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Okay. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy cities shall be laid waste without an inhabitant. And that's really talking about here in Babylon, man. Hey, this place is not gonna be inhabited no more, because just think of all the damn radiation that's gonna be over here from them nukes dropping, man. It's gonna be bad.
Yep.
It's gonna be hella bad.
So this is gonna be a monument for wickedness, just like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yep.
So that's why another thing that nobody was ever gonna inhabit
here
before. And it tells you that. We're gonna we bring it out. So este es Jeremías capítulo 4 versículo 7. El león sube de la espesura. Está hablando de el león de Judá. Y el destruidor de las naciones está en marcha. Está hablando de Yahweh Shai. Y ha salido de su lugar para poner tu tierra en desolación. Tus ciudades quedarán asoladas y sin moradores. ¿Ok? Esto ya está declarado. El Mesías viene para destruir las otras naciones y para salvar los selectos de la nación de Israel. See, a lot of people don't know that the Messiah is coming over here with the Care Bears and rainbows and stuff like that. No, he's going to destroy all these 17 nations, and he's going to save the elect of the nation of Israel. And that's what he's coming for.
Yep.
Period.
And there's gonna be elect of the other nations too, but like we said earlier, they're gonna be our slaves. They're gonna build up.
The
They're gonna
elites are gonna
build up the kingdom, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is second Ezra, chapter 1, verse 10. We'll do 7 and 7. Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. All the nations have I destroyed before them, and in the east I have scattered the people of 2 provinces, even Tyrus and Sidon, and have slain all their enemies. Speak thou therefore unto them, saying, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, I led you through the sea, and in the beginning gave you a large and safe passage. I gave you Moses for a leader, and Aaron for a priest. I gave you light in a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you. That pillar of fire is going to that chariot. You know, he pretty much had the tractor beam down at nighttime.
Yep.
Okay? Yet have ye forgotten me, said Yahweh. Thus said the Almighty Lord, the quails were as a token for you. I gave you tents for your safeguard. Nevertheless, ye murmured there, and triumph not in my name for the destruction of your enemies, but ever to this day do you yet murmur. All right. So I read
16, right?
Con.
All right, I'll read that.
Yeah.
Este es 4 Esdras, capítulo 1, versículo 10. Muchos reyes que destruí por su bien, Faraón con sus siervos y todo su poder, he golpeado abajo. Todas las naciones han destruido delante de ellos, y en este se dispersó la gente de 2 provincias, incluyo Tiro y Sidón, y han matado a todos sus enemigos. Habla tú, por tanto, a ellos, diciendo, así dice Yahweh, llevo a través del mar, y en el principio le dio un paso grande y seguro que dio a Moisés para el líder y Aarón por un sacerdote, y de luz en una columna de fuego, y gran pregunta de hecho entre vosotros. Sin embargo, habéis olvidado, dice Yahweh. Así dice Yahweh Todopoderoso, las codornices fueron como un símbolo que te di, tiendas de campaña para su protección. Sin embargo, habéis murmurado, y triunfarán no en mi nombre para la destrucción de tus enemigos, pero nunca a este día vosotros todavía murmuran.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 1 verse 17. Where are the benefits that I have done for you? When ye were hungry and thirsty in the wilderness, did ye not cry unto me, saying, Why hast thou brought us into this wilderness to kill us? It had been better for us to have served the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness. And all this is recorded in Exodus.
That's right.
Then had I pity upon your mournings, and gave you manna to eat, so you did eat angels' bread. When you were thirsty, did I not cleave the rock, and waters flowed out to your field? For the heat I covered you with the leaves of the trees. I divided among you a fruitful land. I cast out the Canaanites, the Pezerites, and the Philistines before you. What shall I yet do more for you, said Yahweh? Thus said the Almighty Lord, when ye were in the wilderness, in the river of the Amorites, being athirst and blaspheming my name, I gave you not fire for your blasphemies, but I cast a tree in the water and made the river sweet. And that was the first ever Kool-Aid.
That was that tree that threw in there,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And I want to say it was a moringa tree, because that cleans up water.
Yep.
Seeds. I just want to say that. I mean, obviously didn't say that, but I can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, but he made the water good for us,
Yeah,
man.
it was bitter, and then put the tree in there, and all of a sudden it was sweet, man.
So, hey, man, that's why
And he mentions all these things. It's like we just forgot about it.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously they beat it out of us, but you know,
and that's
your
why
spirit should be like that.
when we woke up to this truth, we say Yahweh 10 times more, because we remember all the things He done for us, and He's gonna do. He's doing things for us now, and then in the times to come that we're coming into, He's gonna do greater things for us, man.
Yeah, it's already written.
Exactly.
It's already written.
So
And
that's why it's important to be faithful unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's why it's important to follow His law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Yeah, we may fuck up from time to time or whatever, but we get up, keep pushing, and we try to offend less.
That's right.
Okay? And it's also important to call upon His name, which is Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh in the
That's
name
our
of
hedge,
Yahweh Shai.
man, you know?
That's our hedge of protection, Khan.
People don't get it, man. You know.
It's
But,
real live power in those names, man. Trust me.
But
He done showed me on numerous accounts.
Right, the Book of Chronicles even tells us that we think ourselves in the land of our captivity.
Yep.
So that's here and now. And remember, that was in the Chronicles. This is way back then. You knew this shit was gonna happen because Israel just hard-headed, man. They'll be doing whatever they want to do. They said that YOLO spirit, man.
Yep. But didn't I say earlier in the lesson too, man, that shit, it escaped me that fast. Like, we just hard-headed, man. I remember it was prophesied that we was gonna go off, man.
Oh yeah,
it was prophesied.
2:30. Yeah,
and then even Moses
I
himself.
knew that they would not listen.
Moses himself even said,
as soon as I die, you niggas are gonna go off. That's
exactly.
Right.
He was like, man.
He knew.
And when I remember when I read that, man, like that hit home, because I'm like, damn, like y'all was going off in front of Moses. And Moses was the mediator back then. He was just like, man, I know when I die. He was like, how much more when I die, man? And I'm just like, man, our people wicked as hell, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Este es 4 Esdras, capítulo 1, versículo 17. ¿Dónde están los beneficios que ha realizado para usted? Cuando estaban hambrientos y sedientos en el desierto, ¿lo habés? ¿No llorar a mí? Diciendo, ¿por qué tú nos llevas a este desierto para matarnos? Hubiera sido mejor para nosotros que sirviéramos los egipcios que morir en este desierto. Ahí está diciendo la fe que Israel no tenía en ese tiempo, pensando que el Señor no los va a traer al desierto nomás a morir. Versículo 19. Entonces tenían lástima a sus Dios y maná para comer, así que vosotros comieron pan de ángeles. Y cuando fuisteis sedientos, no les mandé la roca, y las aguas fluyeron hacia afuera para su llenado, para el calor que cubre, y con las hojas de los árboles, nos dio agua que tomar, sombra, ¿sí? Versículo 21, repartieron una tierra fruterosa, expulsé a los cananeos, los pereceos y los filisteos antes. ¿Qué debo todavía hacer más para ustedes? Dice Yahweh. Así dice Yahweh Todopoderoso, cuando fuiste en el desierto, en el río de los amorreos, que sed y blasfemar mi nombre, te di no es fuego para tus blasfemias, pero lanzar un árbol en el agua y echó el dulce río, porque esas aguas eran amargas. Y yo como un hombre estoy diciendo que es el árbol de la moringa, porque la semilla de la moringa, del árbol de la moringa, cuando lo pones en agua sucia, limpia el agua. Puede que sea un árbol de moringa que lo tiraron al agua y limpió esas aguas para que el pueblo de Israel pueda beber. Te está diciendo todas estas cosas que hizo y nosotros lo hemos olvidado, nuestra herencia, nuestro nombre. Pero en la tierra de nuestra cautividad, hermanos, que es aquí en Babilonia, los estamos, ¿qué? Encontrando otra vez. Y clamando al nombre de Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Que es todo, man. So, hey, man, that's everything, bro. Because we could have still been asleep. We could have been, every day, bro. I look at these people and I'm like, man, I could be one of these niggas right here, man. Just nowhere. Stunned, man.
Walking dead, man. That's how they look. They look like fucking zombies, man. And it pisses you off because you're like, man, we're the greatest people on the earth. And look at you, man. Look at you.
That's the crazy part, man. But I just, thank the Most High
that He woke us up, man.
man, every day, every night.
Even
we
in the
were
middle,
those
man.
people. We were in
Exactly.
darkness, man. And he brought us into that. You know, when you're in darkness for a long time and hit that light, the light physically hurts you. You're like,
Yeah.
how is light physically hurt? Because your eye is dilated. Then in darkness and you hit that light, it physically hurts you.
Yep.
And that's how that
You
truth
gotta-
works, man.
yep.
It was just like, damn.
Yep. And then, you know, it's just like, damn, like, are we falling this far?
Yep.
But it was prophecy that we had to go on the punishment, man, for our transgressions.
Gone.
Okay, so back in Isaiah the 14th chapter, this time we hit in verses 22. Okay. All right, yeah, 22. Want me to go to 21 or?
No, I mentioned it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Slakia.
Yep.
Verse 22. For I will rise up against Babylon, Slakia. For I will rise up against them, said Yahweh, Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, said Yahweh. So you see that he's talking about he's cutting off all men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because, you know, and I ain't even finna go into that.
Mm.
You should put two and two together what's going to happen with the women. All right. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, said Yahweh, Lord of hosts. Yahweh, Lord of hosts, has sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so it shall come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand. Hey, he's not a man that he shall lie, man.
Mm-hmm.
What is written in these books is going to come to pass,
Right.
no matter how you feel about it, man.
Right. Whether you like it, believe it or not.
Exactly, it's going to happen. Okay. Then I will break the Assyrian in my land, and upon the mountain tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off of them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth, and this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. Okay? And he's coming to bring that destruction on them, man, for what they did to us.
Yep. And we bring out verse after verse about the Messiah.
Yep.
So is
And
this
that's-
a different Messiah?
No,
You
that's,
know what I
that's
mean?
still talking about Yahweh Shai, man.
Exactly. No, but their Messiah is some white dude, Caesar Borgia.
What do you call him, Charles Manson?
Yeah. See, that's what they believe that's coming. No.
But and that just goes to show that they don't read the scriptures, because if you read the
course not.
scriptures, it tells you contrary. Hey man, Yahweh Shai said he's coming with a sword. He's coming with division.
Like
he's coming.
That's what I'm trying to say. Their doctrine is trash. It doesn't exist.
It's garbage.
Yeah. So that's why when you see them with a Bible, but they don't really open it, you know, it's just like,
Oh man, you don't even know what you.
Yeah.
You don't know what you read. You don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, sure, man. Este es Isaías capítulo 14, versículo 22. Y Yahweh Todopoderoso afirma, voy a enterar en acción contra ellos, voy a acabar con el nombre de Babilonia, que es aquí Estados Unidos, hermanos, América. Y con lo que queda de ella, con sus hijos y sus nietos, los convertiré en un pantano, en región plaga de lechuzas, la barreré con la escoba de la destrucción. Es el Yahweh Todopoderoso quien lo afirma. Y Yahweh Todopoderoso ha jurado, sin duda alguna, lo que yo he decidido se hará. Lo que yo he resuelto se cumplirá. Destruiré el pueblo asirio en mi país, que son los modernos hoy edomitas, el autoproclamado hombre blanco, ¿sí? Que estamos, ellos son todos los malvados, los asirios, los egiptos, ¿sí? Babilonia, todos son ellos, man, porque hacen todas sus tradiciones. En mi país los aplastaré en mis montañas, su yugo dejará de oprimir a mi pueblo, su tiranía no esperará más sobre sus hombros. Esta es mi decisión en cuanto a toda la tierra, mi mano amanezca a todas las naciones. You see, a lot of people will say, well, that's ancient Babylon. But it tells you that nobody's going to abide in that land ever again.
Exactly.
Are people in Iraq right now?
Yep.
You bet your ass they are, man.
Yep.
See what I mean? But people don't wait.
understand.
They don't see the modern. Hey, you know, Iraq used to be Babylon. Oh, all right. Are people living in Iraq right now?
You
Yes.
goddamn right.
You know. So this is not talking about ancient Babylon. This is talking about here, Babylon,
the
America,
Great.
United States, man.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. And that's right, man. You know.
You said Sirach
41:7.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you good.
Eclesiásticos capítulo 41, versículo 7. A un padre malvado lo maldicen sus hijos, pues por su culpa sufrirán deshonra. Porque ahorita te están diciendo, no, pues fue mis antepasados, yo no lo hice. El Señor los va a juzgar a todos. You see, they want to be like, it was my ancestor. I didn't do nothing.
No.
I ain't get no slaves. But, you know, the Lord, He's dealing with nations, not individuals.
Yeah, and then on the cool, you want to think about it.
That was
You
them.
are them,
You're
man,
their own,
because
their own
reincarnation.
forefathers.
Exactly.
That's why you're here to get your judgment.
Exactly.
That's why everybody's here. That's why there's
Exactly.
so many people on
On
the earth
purpose.
right now.
Exactly.
7 billion people all at the one time. Why? Because they're here all to be judged.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
That's how the Lord works, man.
Exactly. Okay, so from there we're going to go to the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
In the power, the God of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. The grace of our Lord Yahweh HaMashiach be with you forever. And that's right. And then, you know, that's spiritual, man, because, you know, it says it's going to bruise Satan under the feet. Didn't Jacob hold hell on Esau's heel?
Yep. But also it's talking about Melchizedek.
Yeah, that, yeah.
You know, Shalom, city of peace.
Yep.
He's in the order.
Oh, Melchizedek.
That's right. So yeah, everything is a yes. So there's, you know what I mean? It's so many levels to it. It's so deep sometimes. It's like
You just be
you're like
wow.
sometimes you find another level. It might be years, and you're like,
Yeah.
wow. Like remember the brother brought it out, like, oh,
yeah,
damn,
yeah.
hype man, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, because you know we always bring out that scripture about Esau, but then when he was
Yeah.
like, you know, you can use it
The
for the
powers.
women,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, bro,
Yeah.
like, cause
You just saw it, and
Yeah.
like, wow,
yeah,
it
'cause,
was right there, man.
Yeah, it was right there, and you know, because you didn't think about it, because you know we so used to using it for Esau, and then when he brought it out like that, and I was like, yeah, because you know a woman is a servant,
That's right.
and I was just like, damn, you know they are in a position of power.
Mm-hmm. Which is coming to an end as we speak.
Oh man,
There's all kinds
Hey,
of videos.
Hey.
If you don't come talk to us, we're gonna start talking to you. Don't be shy. Man, get the hell out of here.
Nobody
That
wants
shit
your
passed.
nobody wants your washed up ass.
Who the hell wants a sandwich that's been bitten so many times? You just like, man.
I
come
know
on,
I don't
man.
like eating that.
Yeah, no, you know it's
Exactly.
like,
You know,
nah,
somebody
man.
give me a sandwich
I'm
that's bitten
good.
off of. Nah.
I'm good, man.
If you could at least tore it off or something. You have to bite off the shit, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I say?
Nah.
No, thank you.
Mm-mm.
I'm not interested.
Nah. I'll receive my consolation in the kingdom, man.
Yeah, right. Romanos capítulo 16, versículo 20. Así el Dios de paz aplastará pronto a Satanás bajo de los pies de ustedes, que nuestro Señor Yahweh les da a su gracia. So ahí está, man. Los aplastará bajo de sus pies el Dios de paz, que es la orden de Melchizedek, man. Shalom. Él es el que va a venir a destruir el león, el destruidor de los gentiles. You know, we just read that in Jeremiah. The destroyer of the Gentiles. The
Yep.
lion's coming out of his thicket, man.
Man.
Love that verse, man.
Yeah.
Because then Gentiles are like, huh? What? Destroyer of the Gentiles, man.
Yep.
And they're just like, what? What are you talking about? That's
He
the Messiah coming to
he
smash
comes
you
to
niggas.
destroy you niggas, man. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. Who's that talking about?
Right.
But do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. And this is red letters. So this is Yahweh speaking, who you people ignorantly call Jesus. He said that these people who say they are Jews but are not, they are the synagogue of Satan, man. And if you go to Revelation 2:9, he says the same thing, that these people are the
Yep.
synagogue of Satan, man.
Was to tell you that they got to, kiss our feet and the
Yeah.
dust off our feet.
Yeah.
And that's it. All these nations are gonna have to do that.
Yep. Yep.
So that's spiritual.
Because we're the kings of the earth, man. We're the princes of the power, Yashala, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
We're the
Doc.
gods, man.
Exactly.
Este es Apocalipsis capítulo 3, versículo 9. No haré que los de la congregación de Satanás, los mentirosos que dicen ser judíos y no lo son, vayan a arrodillarse a tus pies para que sepan que yo te he amado. So, esta gente, estos autoproclamados judíos, van a tener que besar nuestros pies, man, y van a ser destruidos por robar nuestra herencia, man, nuestra identidad, identity theft, man.
Man.
They're the number one culprits of that from a long time going, man.
Yep. Yep. Hey, but we got our identity back, and we remembering ourselves in the land of our captivity.
Done.
Okay, so this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, which are Israelites, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahweh. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And that's talking about here, man, America.
And what did it say? Mystery
Mystery
Babylon. So
but not everybody's going to get that mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery, man. If not, it would be say America right there.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, man. That's ridiculous, man.
Hey, man, like brother always say, man, the Bible is written in code, man,
Mhm.
and not too many people can crack this code. It's
The
not
elect-
not meant for everybody to crack this code, because he's only dealing with a remnant,
That's
the
right.
elect. Okay,
That's
and
right.
he said that he revealed his secrets
Unto
unto
his
his servants
servants.
the prophets.
That's right.
Isn't a mystery a secret? Come on, man.
Right. And that's what we had those great teachers that have taught us.
Hey, man, the Wadi,
Because,
I
you know-
thank him for our teachers, man.
And that tells you that we're on the right path because they taught us all these breakdowns.
Yep.
You go to the other, they can't break down nothing.
They're not even bringing out prophecy.
No, they don't even
They
go
can- they-
outside.
they don't
They're
even-
inside.
they don't even
Those
break
guys
down-
are elders. Oh, you know what? I don't need to go outside.
They don't
Our
even break
elders are out there in the highways and byways, man.
They don't even break down the MOTB. They're not going into
They don't
prophecy.
believe in it. That's why.
You know,
man.
you got
they
some
believe
of
in
them,
mermaids and shit like that, man.
or they believe, or some of them believe that Esau can make it.
All kinds of
Come on,
whacked
man.
out shit, man.
Hey, but that just goes to show you that who the real prophets
So
are.
there's
who
got to
the
be false prophets, man.
Exactly.
So there you go.
That line is
And
being drawn.
now everybody's knowing because now the shit that was sounding so crazy now is playing, man. It's playing upon tables.
Yeah, like homeboy from the conscious
man.
community. He trying to
Rape
mock the
and
prophets.
all this shit. He
mock
was
the
talking
prophet.
about. He was
Exactly.
shooting the Bible, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see nobody come out the sky, whatever, all kinds of stuff.
But now look at him.
He's
now look at him
low,
locked
man.
up.
He's-
Locked up for raping a 14-year-old girl.
And guess what, man? You don't know what's gonna happen to that dude in prison because them guys don't like rapists in there.
No, hell no.
So this guy is on the hook, literally. Hold my pockets.
Nigga, you better repent.
Woo.
You better repent, because that's the answer. That's the answer right there. Repent and turn back
Hey,
unto Yahweh.
and guess what?
Shema
He wanted to come with the Bloods and Crips, telling them they're gonna rape their aunties and shit. They wanted to go do drive-bys on the GMS, man. That shit was way back. He's supposed to calm them down, but he's the one. You know what I mean?
But he the one that got caught
Yeah.
up. Man,
There you go, man.
Hey, that just goes to show you that Yahweh is not mocked, man. You think you mocking him, but
Nah.
he's gonna have the last laugh.
Yeah. And these other people are being exposed too, man.
Yep.
So there you go. Not that much longer, man.
No.
Este es Apocalipsis capítulo 17, versículo 5. Y llevaba escrito en la frente un nombre misterioso, la gran Babilonia, madre de las prostitutas y todo lo que hay de odioso en el mundo, que es Estados Unidos, América, hermanos. Luego me dice, cuenta que la mujer estaba borracha de la sangre de los pueblos santos y de la que había sido muertos por ser testigos de Yahweh. Está hablando de los electos que murieron en esta fe. Y misterio, Babilonia. ¿Cómo va a decir Estados Unidos aquí? Pues es un misterio, hermano, nomás para los electos. See, because that's a mystery. It's only for the elect.
Yep.
It's not for everybody to find this out
Yep.
anyways, man.
Yep.
Go ahead, Art.
All right. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 1. And, I like, because in my Bible, they pretty much titles the chapters. The title of this chapter is The Nakedness of Babylon. Okay, so Isaiah 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. And that's Yahweh Shah coming back in that angelic body, man. Okay? And this is another prophecy of Yahweh Shah.
Yep.
Verse 4. As for our Redeemer, Yahweh, Lord of hosts, is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And that's pretty much talking about slavery, man.
Right.
That's talking about slavery. And that shows that Yahweh was in control of that, man. Esau, Edom, you can't do nothing unless Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua puts it in your head, man.
That's right.
Verse 7. And thou sayest, I will be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. And that just goes into them thinking that their enterprise is going to last, man. That their houses shall continue on forever and ever. And that's not going to happen, man. He said, you ain't even take thought of the latter end.
That's right.
Verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood.
Wow.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for thy great abundance of thy enchantments. So that's Yahweh talking about he's gonna overthrow you.
Take everything.
Exactly.
Everything that was given to it, now you take it all back.
Exactly.
That's cold-blooded right there.
Hey, but as we gonna keep saying, it has to happen, man.
That's right.
It's only fair. Go ahead, Al.
Este es Isaías, capítulo 47, versículo 1. Baja la hija de Babilonia, todavía sin marido, y siéntate en el polvo. O sea, bájate de tu posición, de tu reino, y ahora ponte al piso. Vas a ser esclavo. Baja de tu trono, joven caldea, y siéntate en el suelo, porque ya no volverán a llamarte tierna ni delicada. Toma la piedra de moler, o sea, pónganse a trabajar. Eso es lo que significa la piedra de molino. Para moler es trabajar. Toma la piedra de moler y muele la harina. Quítate el velo, recógete las faldas, desnúdate las piernas, pasa a pie los ríos. O sea, cuando estás pasando un río y tienes una falda, te levantas la falda y te estás están viendo todo. Todos sus secretos, sus maldades, está saliendo ahorita. Que se te vea el cuerpo desnudo. Sí, que quede tu sexo el descubierto. Voy a vengarme y nadie podrá impedirlo con sus ruegos. Nuestro Redentor, el Dios Santo de Israel, cuyo nombre es Yahweh Todopoderoso, dice: siéntate en silencio, Caldea, métete en la oscuridad, porque ya no volverá a llamarte reina de las naciones. Cuando estuve enojado con mi pueblo, entregué mi propia nación a la deshonra y lo dejé caer en tu poder. Tú no tuviste compasión de ellos y pusiste sobre los ancianos tus pesado yugo. Dijiste: será reina siempre. O sea, nunca van a pensar que Estados Unidos va a caer, pero va a caer. No reflexionaste sobre estas cosas, ni pensaste cómo habría de terminar. Por eso, escucha ahora esto, mujer amante de lujo, que estás tranquila en tu trono, que piensas en tu interior, yo y nadie más que yo no será viuda, ni me quedaré sin hijos. De repente un mismo día, o sea, en una hora, es lo que está profetizado en Apocalipsis, en una hora te vendrán ambas desgracias, quedarás viuda y sin hijos, y pesará tus muchas brujerías y de tus incontables magias. Esta nación va a caer por todas esas obras que habló el Señor. Lo que nos hizo al pueblo de Israel se pasó, man. Se pasó de raya. Y todos sus encantos que ha hecho y ha reinado todas las naciones juntas. El Señor no quiere nada, nunca quería eso. Porque esto ya fue declarado en la Torre de Babel, man. Y ellos están haciendo la misma cosa otra vez. Because remember, the Tower of Babel, they were doing the same thing, the New World Order then.
Yep, exactly.
But now,
no new thing under the sun.
And that was through Babylon, ancient Babylon, which is the Hamites. But now it's Esau, he's the Babylonians. And he's doing the New World Order.
Yeah, I should just go to show you, Esau's unoriginal, man.
And that's how you know he didn't invent nothing, no music. That's how you know it wasn't them. It was always us, man.
Exactly.
Always us. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenants in my mouth? Let me go ahead and bring out 17 just to add the icing on the cake. See, thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. So yes, they come. You got them people over there in our land saying that they're God's chosen people.
Right.
But what are they doing over there? They're over there having whole gay parades,
man.
Probably got abominable food.
Have you seen anybody stoning anybody over there?
Nah.
Never.
They
1948?
They're not keeping the law, statutes.
Hell no, man.
And then it said, in prophecy said, when the Israelites come back into that land, it's going to be peace on earth. Is there peace on earth?
Nope. And there won't be until those people are out of there.
Yep, until Yahweh comes and destroy and overthrow their kingdom and, set up his kingdom, man. Point blank, period. Go ahead, Doc.
Este es Salmo 50 y 16. Pero al malvado, Dios le dice, ¿qué derecho tienes de citar mis leyes? O de mencionar mi alianza. O sea, ¿qué estás haciendo con mi Biblia, man? ¿Ya? Si no te agrada que yo te corrija, ni das importancia a mis palabras, porque este hombre nunca siguió nada de esto, nomás fue usado para conquistarme. No, nunca ellos siguieron esto, no creyeron en esto, nomás lo usaron como una arma. ¿Qué es esto? Es una espada. See, Esau never believed in this, he just used it as a weapon.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Because he believes in the left hand side.
Yep. And we see that's God nowhere.
That's right.
All right, this is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 26. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he shall defy the armies of the living power? And we can use that on Esau.
That's right,
who's this goddamn Edomite, man?
That's what I'm trying
He's the basis of man.
And in Goliath, he was so big and so strong, everybody was afraid of him.
Yeah, Esau got his military.
In Babylon,
might.
Everybody's afraid of him. But now, they just were a disaster in Afghanistan. They got pushed out. It was just, come on. Taliban, these people don't even got no organizations because this is 8th century, non-educated people, man. But
hey, man, who was
that could be a whole setup, but in the end, it makes them look. Their enemies. Their allies are now turning to be their enemies now.
Yep.
Because they turned their back on all those people. Now wherever they want to go, people are not gonna want to do deals with them. So
exactly.
They're like, nah, man. And I always put a comment on there, because I always put spirit wherever I go. I go, man. The Afghani should have talked to the Native Americans because they broke 400 treaties over here, So they should have knew better. And the comments was just like, oh, what? Son, you ain't lying. And,
Exactly.
Because I just put it out there. I'm not pushing no agenda or nothing, but I just want to see the results of the comments of the people. And
See
it's
what
just
people
like,
heads at, man.
and it's like 50-50. Some of them are like, wow, and some of them are like, you're crazy. It has nothing to do with this and whatever, you know.
But it has everything
Yeah,
to do with it because
exactly.
it's the same people,
Same people,
doing the
man.
same thing they did when they
That's right.
came over here, man. Go ahead, Doc. Oh, people ignorant as hell, man.
Este es 1 Samuel capítulo 17, versículo 26. Entonces David preguntó a los que estaban a su lado, ¿qué darán al hombre que mate a este filisteo y borre esta ofensa de Israel? ¿Por qué? ¿Quién es este filisteo pagano para desviar así los ejércitos del Dios viviente? So, ¿qué estaba diciendo a David? Que este filisteo, ¿quién es él? Este hombre, un circuncisado que viene contra los ejércitos de los cielos, man. Y ese es el espíritu que deberíamos de venir, porque David no tenía miedo de este hombre, man. No tenía miedo de este gigante guerrillero, porque él venía con la palabra y la fuerza de Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, man. See? And he didn't come with no sword. He come with just like I come with the name of the Lord, man.
Yep.
He said, "You come over here with shield and with a sword. I come just with the
I don't
name,
need
man."
that. I just need the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
And yo,
he
man.
gonna make my hands a war.
That's right, man. Hey, that's Psalms 144, man.
Exactly.
Can't even beat
Exactly.
that. Go ahead, Al.
This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked. And who's gonna do that? Yahweh Shai, man. Like he said, I tried the wine press alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's some dyed garments from Basra, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shai is not playing
See,
with
they
these
mention
people.
that in the New Testament, but it doesn't tell you who it is or how did he get like that. But in the Old Testament, it gives details.
Yep.
See?
And that's why these Christians love that Old Testament. I mean that New Testament.
Yeah,
slightly.
they're getting kind of like, they don't get the whole, they only get like the, what they call, high cliffs or whatever, you know, like when you read something, there's like a little version that gives you a quick explanation. Footnotes, sorry. Yeah, footnotes.
Yeah, they like the footnotes.
And they're just footnotes. They don't tell you the whole shebang.
And
You know?
see, one thing, and you know, this is my question to all you Christians, man. Do you get full just eating half a plate? Because you know he tells us to eat the whole roll.
Whole roll.
You know you can't get full understanding or full knowledge if you only eating half of the roll.
Look, if you went to school and read half a book and took the test,
you're gonna
you're
get a
not
50.
you're not gonna get a passing test. A 50 ain't even passing.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so
all.
you ain't gonna get a passing grade. So that's why these Christians can't pass. Don't understand it. Can't get right.
Yep.
Reading half a book, preposterous.
Never made sense to me.
Yeah. Salmo 58:10. Se alegrará el justo cuando viera la venganza. Sus pies lavará en la sangre de los impíos. ¿Ok? Porque cuando venga el Mesías, él va a matar tanta gente que todo su manto va a estar salpicado en sangre. Y te lo vamos a leer, man, para que sepas que él no viene con bombones y arcoíris y unicornios y pitufos y nada de eso, man. Él viene a traer la espada, man. You see, our people don't understand that the Messiah is coming to kill, man. He's coming to bring the sword, man.
He's not coming with
He
the Care
coming
Bears.
with bonbons and the Smurfs and none of that shit, man.
Or Puff the Dragon.
Shoo! So they're gonna get, and they're expecting some other guy. They're gonna see Howard Shine and be like, "Who the hell is this nigga? You know what the hell? Where's the other guy at?
Where's the white guy?
Yeah.
Where's the hippie?
Yeah.
Where's the hippie?
Where's
at?
Charles Manson at? You know, so they're just gonna be confounded, man.
That's why he said they're gonna be wailing, man.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna be wailing because they're scared, but they're gonna be wailing because they were like, damn, these niggas have lied to us our whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Can't make it up. This is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel. Hey, that just goes into Yahweh lifting up that standard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, said Yahweh. Yahweh. Hey, man, Lord willing, we're part of that number, man. Because, you know, that's just righteous payback, man. That's just their righteous payback. You know, it has to happen. It has to happen, man. What y'all did unto us, we got to do unto you, man. And y'all going to drink on that cup double, man. Go ahead, Doc.
That's right. Este es Ezequiel capítulo 25, versículo 14. Me vengaré de Edom. Esos hombres blancos, el bolillo, man. Por medio de mi pueblo Israel. Él tratará a Edom de acuerdo con mi ira y mi furor. Así sabrán que lo que es mi venganza, yo Yahweh lo afirmo. It's written, it has to be done.
Yep, because like we said earlier, man.
What do they
he's not a
say in
man
the
and he's
movies?
not gonna lie.
As it is written, there
Yep.
so.
Yep.
Right?
Hey,
Where do they
he's
get
not
that
gonna
from?
lie.
They
He
get
gets
it
from
right
here,
here,
man. They all they scripts.
That's right, man.
They get
All
from
of it.
here, man.
Go
But
ahead,
this is
Al.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 20. And whoo, Lord willing. Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Didn't he just say that he was going to take vengeance upon Edom by his people? This is how he's going to do it. Verse 21, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. That's beautiful, man.
God. Man, that's powerful, man. That's
Yeah.
all, I couldn't go to sleep after doing this lesson, man. I was all yoked up like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like,
Just like,
yeah, man. I couldn't go to sleep, man. But hey, man, you know, that's the spirit, man.
yeah.
Man. Este es Jeremías, capítulo 51, versículo 20. Hacha de sois, mi armas de guerra, y por medio de ti quebrarán las naciones, y por medio de ti destruiré reinos. Por tu medio quebrarán caballos y a sus jinetes, y por medio de ti quebrarán carros y los que en ellos suben. Asimismo, por tu medio quebraré hombres, mujeres, y por medio de ti quebrarán viejos y jóvenes, y por tu medio quebrarán jóvenes y vírgenes. And you know what's funny what they mention? Women and virgins. Because
Yeah.
you know in the last, these women are going to go to war with these men, remember? They're going to do a draft, and these women got to go.
Yep,
They want
exactly.
equal rights. They're going to get equal
Y'all
rights
gonna
too,
get
man.
you. Yep,
That's
exactly.
right.
Hey,
Hey,
quit trying to put yourself in a man's place, man.
hey, they're going to get everything they deserve, bro.
Exactly. And that's what, hey, besides the downfall of Esau, I'm waiting to see the downfall of y'all women, man. Because I'm tired of seeing y'all walking up with y'all heads up high like y'all's God's gift to man. Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit, man. All of y'all artificial. Got fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake boobs, fake butt. Y'all wear makeup, but y'all expect a y'all expect a real
Tell the
man
truth.
though. Y'all expect a real man though.
Yeah, I know.
But y'all motherfuckers fake as hell. Y'all can't even be true to yourselves, man.
No, they can't even see themselves. They hate themselves. That's what they got to
They put
that
take
war
all
paint
that-
on, man. Go ahead.
War paint.
Yeah, man.
This is this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that is none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved up out of it. And this is something we got to believe that he's going to save us out of this. Verse 8. For it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh, Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. So he's going to he's going to break us out of captivity.
Yeah, that's what Jacob's trouble that going to break our yoke, man.
Yeah.
So that's another.
That's when we really
Tremendous,
we
yeah.
truly gonna be saved.
Yeah.
But we just gotta endure
During
Jacob's
the end.
trouble.
Yep.
We gotta endure, continue. You know, even though we're going through Jacob's trouble, you know, because a brother made a good point in his lesson I was watching earlier this week. He said, you know, in the hour of temptation or whatever, you know, Yahweh's gonna be giving us food. You know, he'll probably, you go, a couple of days or however long without food, and you know, a motherfucking pork sandwich will pop up in front of you or whatever. But that's testing your integrity to see, okay, well, I ain't eating in a few days, I'm gonna go and eat this. No, you still gotta follow the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability. Because, you know, you can pass up that damn pork sandwich and you have a whole motherfucking buffet just a few
Right in the
minutes
corner.
away.
And it's funny you said that because in the Quran, Like it tells you, if you're starving and then there's nothing but pork to eat, you can eat pork.
Man, hell no.
That's what they say in the Quran. That's
Hell
why I was like,
no.
that shit's phony baloney. Because
Exactly.
even the Bible says they
No.
don't turn on it. I don't care if you're
Exactly.
starving. You're just supposed to die, man.
Exactly.
That would be your judgment.
Exactly. And that's just our temptation.
That's right.
You know, we're gonna be tempted on all type of levels. Not with just this microchip, but on all
everything,
bills,
yeah,
man.
sure.
All bills.
Este es Jeremías capítulo 30, versículo 7. Se acerca un día terrible, un día como ninguno otro. Será un tiempo de angustia para el pueblo de Jacob, pero yo los salvaré. Yo, Yahweh Todopoderoso, afirmo, libraré mi pueblo del yugo de la esclavitud y no volveré a ser esclavo de extranjeros. Y me servirá a mí, su Señor y Dios, y David, a quien yo le he puesto por rey. So, todo eso tiene que pasar para que ¿qué? Seamos libres nuestro yugo. Y en ese tiempo, en esa época, es cuando ¿qué? El Señor va a venir por nosotros. Los electos de Israel, ¿ok?
Exactly.
No todos. Only the elect of the nation of Israel.
Mhm.
And we don't know who the elect. That's why we're
Nope.
doing these lessons. And hopefully the elect can get sealed and you know, let's get the ball rolling, man.
Exactly.
See, and see what the chips might fall, man. Because we don't know our lot. But we know we have faith.
Exactly. And that's what's gonna save us is faith and grace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So from there we're gonna go to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 3. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. And that land is going to be desolate. It's talking about here in America, man.
Yeah.
Okay? And I want to say that land in the north that it's talking about Russia, man. Because Russia is one of the key players that's going to bring this place down, besides Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, but they always mention Gog and Magog when that.
Okay, come
Yeah.
on.
So it could be North America and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you know. But again, it's not everything's up for grabs.
Exactly. Verse 4, in those days and in that time, said Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together,
Mhm.
going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahweh their power. And that's pretty much me and his brother doing right
And
now.
that's right.
Because you know he's from Israel, I'm Judah, northern and southern kingdom. Back, you know, rejoin this family reunion right here,
That's
man.
right.
Verse 5, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Mhm.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. And that's right, man, because, you know, Israel is the only nation is called a sheep, okay? And our shepherds going to these false pastors, these false prophets, led us astray because they sold out to the enemy, Esau, Edom.
That's right.
Okay? And then, of course, it was beaten out of us as well.
Mhm.
And, you know, in the spiritual sense, Esau, Edom could be a shepherd too because we're the sheep and we was under his, we was in his hands while we were in punishment.
Yep.
Okay? Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them, and that's going into these heathens. And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the inhabitant of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. And these nations know, as long as they keep us in sin,
That's right.
Yahweh's not dealing with us, and they can do whatever the hell they want to us.
That's right. It's not until the nation of Israel realizes that we're going to be returned as a people.
Yep. But that's why, you know, and that's not going to happen. That's why he's only coming and dealing with a remnant.
Right. Este es Jeremías capítulo 50, versículo 3. Porque del norte avanza contra ella una nación y convierte su país en un desierto. Nadie, ni hombre, ni animales volverá a vivir allí, pues todos irán huyendo. El Señor dice, en aquel tiempo la gente de Israel, de Judá, vendrá llorando, buscándome a mí, Yahweh su Dios. Preguntarán por el camino de Sión Y así allá irán diciendo, vayamos a Yahweh, únanos con él en una alianza eterna que no se olvidará nunca, que es lo que estamos haciendo ahorita. Mi pueblo era como ovejas perdidas, mal guiadas por sus pastores, que las dejaron perderse en los montes. Iban de un monte a otro y hasta olvidaron su corral. Sus enemigos han encontrarlos, los devoraban y decían, no es culpa nuestra, porque ellos pecaron contra el Señor, su pastizal, seguro la esperanza de sus antepasados. Estas naciones saben que como nosotros pecamos pueden hacerlo lo que quieran, pero ¿qué pasa? Que no se van a salir con la suya. Ahora ellos van a servir esclavitud. See, they're going to reap what they sow, all these nations.
Yep. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's how it's going to be destroyed.
Right.
I.e. the thermonuclear missiles, the ICBM missiles, man.
It was a sulfur falling from the sky.
Yep.
And what was it? It was a monument of wickedness. It was actually 5 cities, but you only hear about Sodom and Gomorrah and not the 3 cities. But those are a monument of wickedness.
Exactly.
It's the same thing that they were doing then or doing now.
Exactly. Verse 20. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, which means forever.
Forever and ever?
Forever, ever.
That's right.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. And that's what Esau trying to do. He's trying to prolong this place, but hey, it's not going to happen. No matter what you do, hey, your end is coming, man.
That's right.
Your end is coming. Go ahead, Doc.
Este es Isaías capítulo 13, versículo 19. Y Babilonia, la perla de las naciones, joya y orgullo de los caldeos, quedará como Sodoma y Gomorra, que fue destruido. ¿Okay? Cuando ya las destruyó, nunca más volverá a ser habitada. Nadie volverá a vivir jamás en ella. Los árabes no volverán a acampar allí, ni los pastores hallarán allí. Descenderán sus rebaños. Allí habitarán los gatos monteses. Las lechuzas llenarán las casas. Los avestruces vivirán en ella. Y también retozarán los chivos. Los chacales ayudarán en los castillos. Y en los lujosos palacios habrá lobos. Y les acercará su hora a Babilonia. No le quedan muchos días. Exactamente, ya no le quedan muchos días a este lugar, man. Este lugar va a ser destruido, man. Y no podemos esperar que pase esto. You see, we're waiting on the destruction of Babylon. A lot of people are like, you can't, don't say that. I just got a new car. I just got a new house.
I'm trying to watch my grandkids.
Yeah, the hell with this place. This place is going down like the Titanic, man. Ain't nobody can stop it.
Nope. Just like how they couldn't stop the Titanic, they can't stop this bitch from
They're
going down.
unsinkable. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's Esau, man. Come on.
Exactly. This is Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra, that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength? I that speak in righteousness mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, in the year of my redeemed is come. And that's talking about Yahweh Shah, who you even call Jesus.
That's right.
That don't sound like he's coming with Puff the Dragon, Care Bears, and kudos and bonbons to me.
No.
That sounds like he coming to get down. He coming to get
The
down.
glittering sword, man.
That boy said their blood is gonna be sprinkled on my garments. That don't sound
Remember, we
pleasant
talked
to me,
about
man.
he's to be dancing in the blood, man.
Exactly. That don't sound well. That sounds pleasant to me because that's something I want to see
That's
I
right.
just pray that I'm not on the receiving end. Hey, man, y'all people through, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Este es Isaías capítulo 63, versículo 1. ¿Quién es ese que viene de Bosra, capital de Edom? Tú estás hablando de aquí, de Estados Unidos. ¿Quién es ese que viene de Bosra? ¿Okay? Con su ropa teñida de rojo, quien viene vestido espléndidamente y camina con fuerza terrible. Están hablando del Mesías en los últimos días, que va a venir a destruir a Estados Unidos, América. Soy yo que anunció la victoria y soy poderoso para salvar. Porque tienes rojo el vestido, como si hubieras pisado uvas con los pies. O le están diciendo, parece como que estabas haciendo uvas con los pies. Llenó de ira, pisoteé a mis enemigos, los aplasté con furor, y su sangre me salpicó, los vestidos y mi mancho, toda la ropa. Yo decidí que un día tendré que hacer justicia. Había llegado el tiempo de la libertad a mi pueblo. Entonces el Señor agarrando venganza para el pueblo de Israel contra estos autoproclamados hombres blancos. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 19. I'm going to start at verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. Doesn't sound like kudos and bonbons to me.
This is the same event. Now it's in the New Testament.
Exactly. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And that's because he took down these nations.
All these kingdoms.
Exactly. And he had a name written that no man knew but himself, which is Yahweh. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is the Word of the Most High. Who's the Word of the Most High? Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And the armies which were in heaven was going to them angels, okay, in them chariots. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of fierceness and wrath of the almighty power. Didn't we just read that in Isaiah? That he's gonna be treading the winepress? Come on, man. Come on. You see how these puzzle pieces are fitting together, man?
Yeah. Este es Apocalipsis capítulo 19, versículo 11. Vi en el cielo abierto y apareció un caballo blanco, y el que lo montaba se llamaba Fiel y Verdadero. Están hablando del Mesías. Porque con rectitud gobernaba y hacía la guerra. Sus ojos brillaban como llamas de fuego. Llamaba en la cabeza muchas coronas y tenía un nombre escrito que solamente él conociera. Iba vestido con ropa teñida de sangre. Ya leímos de dónde venía, de Edom. Por eso su manto estaba teñida de sangre. ¿Okay? Y sus nombres era la palabra de Dios. Los seguían los ejércitos de los cielos, los ángeles, hermanos. Vestidos de lino fino, blanco y limpio, y montados en caballos de blanco, que son los ovnis, los platillos voladores que van a venir miles y miles y miles a avanzar contra la tierra. Go ahead.
Okay. So now going back to Isaiah, the 14th chapter, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. This is talking about the wicked, man. That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. And hey, Yahweh Shai is preparing that slaughter for these people, man.
That's right.
For Esau, Edom, and all the heathen, man.
Right.
For the iniquity of your forefathers, man,
right.
which are y'all or your forefathers returned unto the earth, man.
That's right. People can't accept that, but it's already written, so.
Exactly.
Este es Isaías capítulo 14, versículo 21. Prepárense para matar a los hijos por los crímenes de sus padres. Cometieron para que no piensen más en dominar la tierra, ni en llenar el mundo de ciudades. So, la gente que está aquí viviendo, sus antepasados nunca pagaron por eso. Y ahora ellos tienen que pagar por los crímenes que ellos hicieron, que ellos son ellos mismos en la regeneración. So, por eso están 7 billones de personas aquí, porque todos están aquí para recibir el juicio del Señor. That's 7 billion people. That's why everybody's here now.
Yep.
The majority of spirits.
Yep.
Because they're all going to get their judgment.
Get their
over
judgment.
all of them. Go ahead.
For what you did in this life and your past
That's
life,
right.
man. This is Revelation 18, verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood in all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were daintily and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her, now her is talking about Babylon the Great,
Babylon the Great.
America,
Right.
shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. And the merchants are talking about, these other nations that made merchandise
They
of
made
this
money,
place.
remember, because they made money through the slave trade, but now you have what you call the world trade, right?
Yeah.
Which pants and all this stuff, they're made through slavery, basically,
Yeah, by
cheap
the
work
prison,
labor.
by the prisons.
And so they make a killing on this stuff. Fortune 500 companies, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 16 is saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto that city? Because they're not going to be able to make their money here no more.
Right,
man.
because they have all these huge container
The ship containers.
boats, and they're coming all the time.
Yep.
They pick up and leads go to China, come back, and they pick up stuff here and they take it back. But when they're going to come do that delivery, they're going to see that destruction when they're in the water.
Yep.
And this place is just going to be utterly, they're just going to be like, wow. And really, when I read that, I think of like 9/11, when you see all the smoke and all the other nations were like,
Yep.
what the hell did just happen here?
Yep. And it's going to be 9/11 on steroids.
1,000, yeah.
On steroids.
Yeah. Entonces, Apocalipsis capítulo 18, versículo 10. Ay de ti, de la gran ciudad, Babilonia, la ciudad poderosa, porque en 1 hora llegó su castigo. Los comerciantes del mundo también llorarán y harán lamentación por esa ciudad, porque ya no habrá quien les comprará sus cargamentos de oro, plata, piedras preciosas, perlas, telas, de lino fino y de seda, de color púrpura y rojo, toda clase de maderas y aromáticas y objetos de marfil, de maderas preciosas, de bronce, de hierro y de mármol, cargamentos de canela y de especias aromáticas, inciensos, perfumes y resinas, vino, aceite, harina fina y trigo, animales de carga, ovejas, caballos, carros y hasta esclavos, que son vidas humanas, que están trayendo prostitutas y todo aquí a vender. Y darán la ciudad. Ya no tienen la riqueza, las ricas frutas, que tanto que gustaban, para siempre han perdido todo su lujo y riquezas. Los que negociaban con esas cosas se hicieron ricos y cosas de las ciudades. Se quedarán lejos por miedo de su castigo. Llorarán y lamentarán y dirán, ¡ay! ¡Ay de la gran ciudad! Vestida de lino fino, con ropas de color púrpura y rojo, adornada con oro y perlas y piedras preciosas, y en un instante se ha acabado tantas riquezas. Todas las capitanes del barco y los que naveguen por la costa, los marineros y todos los que ganarán la vida en el mar se quedarán lejos. Look at that.
Oh,
Locust. Y al ver humo del incienso de la ciudad, gritarán que otra ciudad podía compararse a esta gran ciudad. Por eso estas ciudades y otros países se han hecho ricos, porque trae todos sus alimentos, todas las mejores cosas a Babilonia y se las compra todo, televisiones, cámaras, que telas, que relojes, que carros, todo se vende aquí y se vende aquí más barato, pero lo compran de mayoreo, pueden hacer todavía dinero y lo pueden vender más barato aquí, pero venden más de ellos. So see, a lot of people don't know that here in the United States, everything's cheaper. Like even your Europeans, when they come here, like, fuck, god damn, like you see a Big Mac over there is like $28. Come here, it was like $8, $9. No, that kind of changed now.
Yeah.
But still, even the clothes, when they get out, they stop buying clothes because clothes is expensive everywhere you go. But here, no, they buy it so much at cheap bulk that it's like nothing.
Man.
Like even people in Mexico, they always like cross the border and load up their car and go, and it's just like, to us, it's just like, what's the big deal? But it is a big deal. If everything you've had is cheap, cheap food, cheap clothes, cheap everything, but they're high quality. But the whole world doesn't live like that. They have to pay high dollar for a lesser product, like a quality control. Like you buy a t-shirt in 3 days, that shit's coming apart.
Yeah.
Not here in the United States. That shit better be good. And you can be wearing that same t-shirt for like 2 years, technically.
Exactly.
But you go buy that same t-shirt, Nike or whatever, and that shit is like coming apart within a week.
God
Because
damn.
the quality control is not the same as it is here.
Damn. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 22. Thus said Yahweh power, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles, should be heathen, and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be their nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So, hey man, that's plain right there,
Bro,
man.
you don't got to put nothing on it.
That's plain as day right there, man. Then you
Yeah,
know
it'd
you
be
got,
like-
and you got some
Be
Israelites.
looking at your book, right?
Yeah.
No. Be looking at your book like, what the hell?
That's the
What
holy
is it,
Bible.
Quran?
Look, that's the holy Bible, man.
They
But,
be
hey,
looking at that. We be
yeah.
reading them verses like,
Like, what is
this
he
person's
reading
like,
out
what the
of?
hell are you talking
Exactly,
about,
because that just shows that they
They
don't
don't
read,
know
man.
nothing, man.
They don't read. But hey, that's beautiful. That's beautiful right there, man. That don't even have to be broken down.
No.
That's plain
That's
as day,
plain, man.
That's plain as day right there, man. That, hey, call halal Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. He gonna lift up that standard.
That's right.
And we gonna be back on top, man. And like that's what I was gonna say. You got some Israelites that's trying to do that now, trying to get the heathen to kiss their boots and all that. But nah, man, we gonna wait for that, man. We gonna wait for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua to ordain that, man. We ain't gonna have to sit here and break up precepts, be like, oh well, it says here, right here. Nah, man, they gonna come do it willingly.
They're gonna be in line. Believe you me.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have to sit there and try to convince them. We waiting for them to do it willingly, man.
Yeah.
Because we still in these people's kingdom.
That's right.
That just shows the carnality of some Israelites, man. Go ahead, Al.
Es Isaías capítulo 49, versículo 22. Y Yahweh dice, voy a dar órdenes a las naciones, voy a dar unas señales a los pueblos, para que traigan en brazos a tus hijos y a tus hijas las traigan sobre los hombros. Los reyes serán tus padres adoptivos. O sea, los reyes de hoy van a cuidar, no van a ser los niñeros de nosotros en el reino, man. Y las princesas, tus niñeras, se inclinarán hasta el suelo delante de ti y lamerán el polvo de tus pies y reconocerán que yo soy Yahweh y que yo en mí confían, no quedarán defraudados. Entonces, todo ya está declarado que van a hacer esto. Como el hermano dice, hay muchos hermanos que quieren que le laman los pies ahorita. No, man, eso va a ser en el reino, no vas a tener que decirle nada. Ellos solitos van a venir y lo van a lamber.
That's what we
Es
patiently
todo.
waiting on.
That's right, man. That's right.
Patiently waiting.
Go ahead,
All right. Like this Isaiah chapter 60, verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, what
all
the
they
hell?
that despise thee
What the fuck are you
shall
doing, man?
bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion, which means monument,
Right.
of the Holy One of Israel.
Uh,
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee. And we're the most hated nation on the earth, man. I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt suck the milk of the Gentiles, and thou shalt suck the breast of kings. And that pretty much means that we're going to have their resources, the water. We're going to have their resources,
unless
man.
you want a strawberry shake with the milk of the Gentiles.
No, we're gonna have their. We're gonna get their resources.
All their benefits, everything they have will be ours.
Ours.
You know, like this is a resource, right? These are minerals and stuff. We're gonna take their gold, their silver. It's all coming to us.
Exactly.
It all belongs to us.
Exactly, because the world belongs to us, man.
That's right.
Okay. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the Mighty One of Jacob. Call halal Yahweh Bashim.
Call out Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, man. Hey, that we're his people, man.
Exactly, because you know,
We didn't do nothing to become the Israelites.
Hey man, and
It
I'm
was through Abraham.
At the water Yahweh Bashim
man.
I'm not an Edomite.
Hey, man, you know, that's crazy, man.
Because I used to want to be them before I woke up.
Yeah, because
man.
they got everything, man.
Exactly.
It's like the thugs, man. They got the car, the women. Of course you want to be that shit, man.
Yep. But it just never.
It's just in my spirit. It was there. I knew there was something wrong, man. Since day one, since I was a kid, I'm like, they want to play a kid with blue eyes. I don't want to play with that nigga, man. I just, this is not right, man. They got blue eyes. You know, in the movies, they got the red eyes. He got blue eyes. I don't want to play with you, nigga. Blonde hair, you crazy. Out of here, man.
And now we
Damien
know.
and shit.
And
man.
now we know why.
Yeah.
Now we know why. Go ahead,
Right.
Doc.
Isaías capítulo 60, versículo 14. Los hijos de los que te oprimieron vendrán humillándose delante de ti, y todos los que destraciaban se arrodillarán a tus pies, y te llamarán ciudad de Señor, Sión de Dios, Santo de Israel, porque el hermano está viendo que están leyendo la Biblia, el Corán. Qué mierda, ¿no? Exacto. Ya no estarás abandonada, odiada y sola, sino que yo te haré gloriosa eternamente, motivo de alegría para siempre. Las naciones te darán sus mejores alimentos, y los reyes te traerán sus riquezas, y reconocerán que yo, Yahweh, soy tu Salvador, que yo, el poderoso de Jacob, soy tu redentor. O sea, nos va a regresar a esa gracia, a ese esplendor, a esa nobleza. So we're gonna be kings again. We're gonna be nobles, man.
Yep.
Imagine
We're
that
gonna be
shit,
regal, man.
You're gonna be on the VIP everywhere you go.
Yep.
We are the VIP.
Yep. They're gonna be like, oh, hey, come check my daughter out. Oh, hey,
Yeah,
come check. Here's some gold. Here's some rubies.
Yeah.
Hey, it's gonna. Hey,
I
they gonna
guess.
be throwing them. They gonna be
Put it in the
throwing
bag.
throwing their daughters at us.
Yep.
Throwing resources at us.
Yep.
Man. Hey, because you know, like brother said, man, it's ours. At the end of the day, everything on this earth is ours, man.
Yep.
This is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The spirit of Yahweh power is upon me, because Yahweh hath anointed me to preach good tidings. This also goes into the good news.
That's right.
Unto the meek, he hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. This is the gospel right here, man.
You want to read it to 5 and then I'll read it to 5?
Yeah, come on. To proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh, in the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. And that's the Israelites, man. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness. And that just goes to show you that those trees that were in the garden represented men and nations, man.
That's right.
Continuing on, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. We're going to be building back up our land off the backs of y'all, man.
Yep.
And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. And hey, I did not just say that. We're going to do all this on the backs of y'all, man. So y'all going to build up our kingdom. Y'all going to tend to our flocks. Y'all going to be our vine dressers, man. That's the gospel.
That's the gospel. That's the good news.
That's the good news. Come on.
Este es Isaías capítulo 61, versículo 1. El Espíritu del Señor está sobre mí, porque el Señor me ha consagrado. Me ha enviado a dar buenas noticias a los pobres, a aliviar a los afligidos y a anunciar libertad a los presos, libertad de los que están en la cárcel, anunciar el año favorable de Yahweh, el día que de nuestro Dios nos vengará de nuestros enemigos. Me ha enviado a consolar a todos los tristes, a dar afligido a Sión, que es Israel, una corona en vez de cenizas, perfume de alegría en vez de llanto, cantos de alabanza en vez de desesperación. Los llamarán robles victoriosos, plantados por Yahweh para mostrar su gloria. Se reconstruirán las viejas ruinas, se levantarán los edificios destruidos hace mucho, y se rebarantarán las ciudades en ruinas. Los extranjeros se pondrán a cuidar los rebaños, los campos y los viñedos de ustedes. So, las otras naciones van a cuidar los animales de nosotros y van a hacer todo lo que tenemos en esclavitud. And that's what the nation's working for us.
Exactly.
For free.
For the free. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake, nor prevent us. And that's y'all YOLO motherfuckers, man. Y'all gonna die by the sword, man. And we already in the sifting season right now.
That's right.
And y'all about Shemal Shah sifting hard, man. Like you can see it, and it ain't even funny.
Taking a face first, man.
Yep. Continuing on, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. And that's pretty much what's going on now. Okay, he's rising up the tabernacle of David, man.
Which is only the 12 tribes, man.
12 tribes, 12 tribes of Israel.
Hey, that's the good news, man.
Exactly. Verse 12. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen. So that just backs up what I said earlier in the lesson, that there's going to be a remnant of the heathen, man. Because somebody got to build up our kingdom.
That was in Amos 9.
Exactly.
I mean, Amos 9:11.
Yeah.
So that's a reiteration of that. That's why these Christians never go into prophecies,
The Old
man.
Testament.
Never, because it's not for them to be included.
Exactly.
They're out there going to be receiving it. They're going to be distorted, man.
Mm-hmm. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen which are called by my name, said Yahweh, that doeth this. Behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. Who's the plowman? We're the plowman.
We're the laborers. We're the slaves right now.
And the reapers goes into Esau, Edom.
They benefit
and the heathen.
Yeah, they benefit everything. When we work all the hard, but they get all the benefits.
The benefits.
We build the houses, they live in them.
Yep.
We build the cars, they enjoy them. Yeah.
Exactly. And the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed, in the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them, and I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land which I have given them, said Yahweh thy power. And that's more of the gospel right there. That's good news right there, man. That's music to my ears. And then as I was reading it, I was envisioning it in my head like us in the kingdom, like, whoo! But we gonna be living good, man. Call Allah Yahweh Shemel, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. That's what we're patiently waiting on. We're going through all these afflictions,
That's right.
all this suffering, all this trial and tribulation, so that we can receive this kingdom, man. So that we can be on the chariots with Yahweh Shai. So we can be the first fruits of the kingdom. Lord willing, we part of that number, man.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, Doc.
Desde Isaías capítulo 61, versículo 6. Y a ustedes los llamarán sacerdotes del Señor. Están hablando de los electos, los sacerdotes y reyes, ¿ok? Siervos de nuestro Dios. Disfrutarán las riquezas de las otras naciones y se adornarán con el esplendor de ellas. Y como mi pueblo ha tenido que sufrir doble porción de deshonra y insultos, por eso recibirán en su país doble porción de riquezas y gozarán de eterna alegría, porque Yahweh ama la justicia y odia el robo y el crimen. Él les dará filamento de su recompensa y hará con ellos una alianza eterna. Su descendencia serán famosos entre las naciones. Todos los que los vean los reconocerán, que son de pueblo del Señor, ha bendecido. Cómo me alegro de él. Yahweh me llenó de gozo en mi Dios, porque me ha brindado su salvación, me ha cubierto de victoria. Soy como un novio que se pone su corona, o una novia que se adorna con sus joyas. Porque así como nacen las plantas de la tierra y brotarán los retoños de un jardín, así hará Yahweh que brote su victoria y que todas las naciones entonen cantos de alabanza. Entonces ya has prometido al pueblo de Israel y a nadie más. That's only promised to the Israelites, man.
Because y'all didn't put in on this, man.
You're not on the roster, man.
Y'all didn't have to endure none of these sufferings we had to go through, man. None of these atrocities.
No people has gone through what we have.
But y'all wanna
Yeah, you wanna get the benefits.
Man, fuck that shit, man. You kick all y'all in the ass in the kingdom. This this is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And that's what we're doing right now,
right.
by casting out our net on the internet, okay? And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Lord willing, we part of them number, man. That we're part of them hunters that's gonna hunt them. Those elites,
those generals we just were watching. NORAD.
Yeah. That's in the Cheyenne
Mountain in Colorado. We got the address, man. Write it down, brother. We're going over there.
Exactly. We're
Kicking them 40-ton doors like nothing.
Exactly. Either that or we gonna melt them down with our
yeah.
spiritual powers, man.
Jay
got to show out.
Yeah.
Jay got to show out,
Yeah,
man.
we can do it great.
But Lord willing, we
style.
part of them hunters that gonna pull y'all out the cliffs of the rock, man, out them deep underground military bases.
Yeah.
And
all over the world, and even
in the world, in the sea, and out of space, man. 'Cause they got them space stations. We're gonna come pulling y'all asses back down to earth.
Oh, those are the first ones going down. Because remember, they're gonna be the war in heaven. They don't want to be there. They're gonna go down quick. Like, this is not a good spot to be.
Hell no.
All the satellites will be going down on that day. But believe me, everything. I used to be seeing like, can't see nothing.
It's gonna be look like meteors falling,
man.
Verse 17. For my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. At first I will recompense their iniquity, and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. GMOs, making us eat swine, crustaceans. Even though we tell our people that, you're not supposed to be eating them things. Oh, well, I've been eating it all my life. Okay. You're going to be the one with high cholesterol and high blood pressure. Verse 19. Oh, Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles, should be heathen, shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Christianity, Catholicism, it's all vanity, man. They're headed lies, man.
Buddhism, all that shit is lies, man.
Yeah.
Holds no weight, man. And we gonna see in that day, man.
And that's why people say, oh, I kind of see a little bit of that religion here because they took it from our religion.
Exactly.
All these nations and they put it in there.
What you told me last week when we was watching that movie, man? That's how Esau sows them seeds of doubt, man.
Yeah.
He sows them seeds of doubt and had people thinking, oh well, you know.
Put that spin on it, you know.
Exactly.
So,
hey, man. But this is the only book that's been holding weight. This is the only book that foretold you things to come.
it's the only book that only needs to stand by itself. They don't need no other books, man.
Exactly.
You know, Quran needs a Bible. Book of Mormon needs a Bible. Bible don't need none of these books.
Exactly. And then, you know, the Apocrypha, this is just this is the insert in between the Old and New Testament that they took out.
That's in the Bible, man.
That's part of the 1611, man.
1611, this is 1569 in Spanish, La Biblia del Oso, so that's part of it. They removed it. Remember, those who add or remove shall be removed from the book.
Life.
That's right. So, este es Jeremías 16 y 16. Voy a hacer venir muchos pescadores. So, ahorita todavía estamos en la hora de los pescadores, hermanos, pero esto ya se está acabando. La pesca se está acabando. Porque nosotros estamos tirando esa red por el internet, ¿sí? Y agarrando pescados buenos y malos y separando de los buenos y los malos, ¿sí? Esta palabra es lo que hace. Y Yahweh lo afirmó para que pesquen a los israelitas. O sea, nomás estamos buscando los electos de Israel. Luego haré venir muchos cazadores para que los que cacen y los que saquen de todas las montañas y de las colinas y hasta las grietas de la roca, porque veo todas sus acciones, ninguna queda oculta para mí, ni sus pecados pueden esconderse de mi vista. Primero los haré pagar el doble por sus maldades y pecados, porque profanaron mi tierra con sus abominables ídolos y muertos, y en toda la tierra que es de como herencia hicieron cosas que yo detesto. Y Yahweh, fuerza y protección mía, mi refugio en el momento de mi peligro, a ti vendrán las naciones desde el extremo de la tierra y te dirán: solo dioses falsos, inútiles y son poder recibieron nuestros padres como herencia. Son todos los que hicieron ser cristiano, católico, o estas religiones que vienen de la Biblia, es pura basura, man. Son herencias vanas, man. O todas estas religiones de Buda y todo esto son basura, y todo eso se va a terminar. Nomás va a existir las Santas Escrituras, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. Go ahead.
All right. So this is going to be the closer right here. We're going to knock it out the park, man. This couldn't be any more beautifully put. This is Psalms chapter 149, verse 1. Praise ye Yahweh. Sing unto Yahweh a new song, in his praise in the congregation of his saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh.
Right. Because that has already affirmed that we have to get vengeance. Vengeance is promised in the gospel. We just read it.
Yep.
So a lot of people can't accept that, but vengeance is promised to the nation of Israel.
Yep.
That's the gospel.
Which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and similar Indians, man.
Right. Este es Salmo 149:1. Canten Yahweh un canto nuevo. Alaben en la comunidad de los fieles. Alégrense los israelitas, el pueblo de Sión, porque Dios es su creador y rey. Alaben su nombre con danzas. Cántenle himnos al son de arpas y panderos, porque Yahweh se complace en su pueblo. De las humildes el honor de la victoria. Alégrense por fieles con el triunfo. Aún dormidos canten de la alegría. Haya alabanza a Dios en sus labios. En sus manos una espada de 2 filos, para vengarse de los paganos, para castigar a las naciones, para encadenar a los reyes y gente poderosa, con pesados y cadenas de hierro, para cumplir en ellos la sentencia de que está escrita. Esto será una honra para todos sus fieles. Aleluya, aleluya, aleluya. It is written, let it be so.
Exactly.
So a lot of people got problems with the scriptures now that we understand them, but they never had a problem saying that everybody's going to make it and that kumbaya and all this stuff. But now death, famine, everything's coming, all hell's coming loose. And these people think, well, that don't sound so, that's not the God I serve. Of course not.
Exactly.
Because you don't know the God of Israel.
Exactly.
Only the Israelites know.
You've been fed lies all your life, man. So we're going to bring this lesson to a close.
That's right.
Hey, man. We praying hopefully it was edifying. Hey, Esau, you heathens, man.
Hey, we're ready, man.
Y'all time running out, man.
Hey, we're ready, man. Hey, man.
So,
that's what we always happy, man.
Exactly.
We're seeing all this happen, but we know the end.
Exactly.
The end game.
Exactly.
So even if you're a little blue, you got to think about this and, cheers you right up.
Exactly.
Man.
Come on.
We're promised this. The earth is going to be under new management, man.
Exactly. Rightful,
Yeah.
righteous management.
That's right.
Man. So, hey, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Hey, giving double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our younger brothers who we learned to shoot from. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience. And much love and respect unto your brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. We almost out this bitch.
That's right.
Esau, you heathen, your time is running out. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah,
right.
a ball, man.
Hey, Shalom Israel, otra vez acabamos otro campo aquí en Babilonia, en el norte de Houston, aquí con el hermano sacando otro campo. Y a ustedes, hermanos, Shalom, que están en los países del mundo, en sus respectivas ciudades, edificando sus ciudades y su gente, su raza, los israelitas, los negros, latinos y indígenas. Y doble honores a los maestros de la Gran Piedra Molino, que nos enseñaron la correcta doctrina, el camino derecho, man. Porque esto es todo, man. Que nos dieron los nombres de poder, que es Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Que los nombres de salvación están atados. Que los nombres que deberían estar en tus oraciones día y noche, clamando día y noche. Porque el fin está llegando y toda la gente lo ve y lo teme, pero no quiere afirmarlo. So con eso tenemos que decir, Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Rakakadash y Baba, este lugar que va a caer, man.
A Bible ball, Shalom.
Shalom, hermanos.